on the live?
What on the
My
live?
bad.
Hey, oh, don't worry. Hey, Aeon, are we on the internet?
We should be.
Sorry, I was trying to make a critical role
Here
reference.
we are.
Yeah, I was trying to make a critical role reference. Hey, Danny, are we on the internet?
Oh, gee, what do you think?
Yeah.
I'm trying here. All right, a little late to the party, and we apologize to all those who waited for both the duration of when the last session was, and also from the fact that it took a while to get things started. I shall get the creepy music playing while we get started, because we can get right into this. Because everybody, welcome back to Perception Check. You must have rolled pretty high to find our quiet little stream. Yes, creepy music. We're having creepy music. You'll behave yourself. And to go through the introductions very quickly,
You see these horns?
I am your dungeon master, Brownie of the Joy Charge Gamers, and joining us tonight we've got some of the ragtag crew as you know and love them. We're joined by Kotlal.
You don't have your cam on, Brownie.
What? I clicked the.
Yeah, he has his camera. Yeah, he had his camera on.
It says no cam for me. Weird.
All right. Well, I've just reset it now, so maybe.
There you are.
Yep, there's your handsome face.
Oh, I'm flattered. Also joining us tonight, we're joined by Aeon,
Hello.
by Heidi,
Hello.
that took some time. we're joined by Chappa. Heyo. And we're joined by Elena.
Hey, Heidi, you wanna mail me that shotgun?
I might, but my dad might be mad at me because that's his grandfather's.
You live in
Yeah.
Florida. You can get one anywhere.
Actually, I have some shotguns in a weapons safe. Thank you very much. So hey, I'm golden.
Exactly.
From my standard trips to America, I know some places can sell them in a local supermarket, so
Yep.
Hey,
Sorry.
Chris.
I've seen my fair few. Heck, I even went into one of them. But anyway, for
Oh,
those of you who are
You can buy them
For
anywhere in Colorado.
for those of you who are eagle-eyed, you may notice that we are a few people missing today. That's because with some recent events going on, Raven, Alpha, and Dell Dell and Alpha might be able to join us later on, but we are without a Raven due to him having a recent move. So in which case, you are stuck with this lovable lot, whether you like it or not. And if you don't like it, then you can have a fight about it.
If you don't like it, piss off.
Oh, snap.
And Heidi dropped.
And Heidi poofed.
They're back.
There we
What the hell happened there?
Also, hey, Rosalia Gaming.
Perfect.
Hello?
Gotta
Oh,
look-
we have people?
Gotta look-
We have...
Yep, gotta love Discord.
Discord is
Yeah.
fun when it has to it.
It does.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it has been some time since we had our last session. So, my lovable friends,
Oh, there we go.
are we ready to play?
I am ready to roll.
I'm ready to make some mischief.
Oh, good! Because I ask you to behave yourself like good people. Now sit down or no supper for anyone. Fair enough.
I don't even know what we're having for dinner, so.
Fair enough. All right, so let's get on with our last check. Thank you, Heidi. So, last time on Perception Check, the mighty team known as the Hope Finders had made their way towards the southern continent of Monu. Along the way, they managed to bump into some trouble in the form of some mountain defenses and also encountering a tabaxi by the name of Topaz, as well as her mentor, Deezin.
Yellow
It was
sauce.
there. Yeah, it was no Among Us memes. No Among Us memes, not now. Anyway, Anyway, along the way, you managed to not only take down some spooky spirits who had decided to block your path, but you also encountered Trilly's younger brother, alive to a degree in the cart. Basically, Verdant was on the last legs due to a plague that Trilly and Magnus managed to find when they disappeared off to Creo with the help of their dragon, Volcanus, known as the Chilled. It was there, with the help of Madam Fingers, that you managed to acquire the lovable antidote that you had been seeking, and supposedly was on the right path. But not before a little bit of chaos ensued, with Magnus not only deciding to have a go at a local statue honoring a traitor, but also wanting to change its entire motif for so many years. In the process, nearly getting things completely chaotic when he pulled out the very blade that was used to wipe out the nearby Tabaxi tribe on the Crystal Gleam Mountains. But after some heavy convincing, Magnus managed to acquire a deal that he would always use his blade for good, whether they believed it or not. You don't know that. But in the process, you managed to, with the help of Magnus, manage to acquire a safety into the city, and for Magnus to gain an invitation into the local festivities of Creo, known as the Festive of the Fists.
Which
And
he's
it
going
was
to
up-
enjoy very,
Well-
very much.
Oh, I know you will. I have the book ready. But in the process of this, and your team got separated, the rest of your team made it into the city, and not before a little bit of a little hiccup with Topaz finally getting the click of what Magnus's weapon was. You made your way. Topaz made the way to Magnus's room in the local inn, and there you had the mayor greet you.
Del.
Oh,
Oh my
Del?
god, perfect timing.
Hello. Hello.
hi, Del.
Hello,
Welcome to the start of the session.
Oh wow, it's just starting?
We may have
Yeah,
been
we
waiting
had we had a little bit of technical hiccups with Lena in Discord. The short version of it is it said no route, so we decided to try to force our way through.
Yep. We waited, and literally just before we were about to start, Lena joined and actually got it fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So in short, everything's perfectly fine now. So are you able to join us now?
The first lecture just ended, so I'm good.
Oh wow, fantastic. All right. So in which case we can get right into the nitty gritty. So. Hope Finders. Also, by the way, Del, just so you know, it is a talk session, so you can have your camera up if you want to.
Alright, I'm in my pajamas right now, so...
Oh, fair enough. All right. So at this point, Argonaut has asked Magnus and Topaz to meet downstairs in the local inn tavern, where he's asked the rest of you lot to join on the lower levels in the lunch hall of the inn. And I believe you all said you were up for going for this, I believe, correct?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, as you make your way to meet up in the lower area, Argonaut takes a seat inside of one of the local... in the more pleasurable chairs. He sits down there, and he sort of sits there with this sort of expression like this, and he's eyeing up both sets of the party. And with that, he offers the seat to the table, which is big enough for all of you. Do you all take a seat or not?
Of course.
I do.
Oh.
I'm
Carlon?
on your side for you, but it doesn't matter. Does it have furbox size chairs?
As a matter of fact, they are big enough for the majority of things. In fact, one of them, Argonaut just sort of goes, and they bring a slightly bigger chair. It's big enough to be comfortable, but not. It's not proper furbox size, but it's at least comfortable for your posterior.
All right. Thanks. I just wanted to see if there was going to be a comedic moment.
Oh, don't worry.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, I'm going to sit down in the chair.
All right. It's comfy.
Okay.
You were expecting a crash, weren't you?
I'm expecting a dexterity saving roll.
Oh, don't worry. We're not there.
Yet.
Oh god.
Thank you. Thank you for finishing my words. All right. So at this point, Argano just sort of goes, Now then, I presume you're all wondering as to this little gathering. Are you aware on the, and he eyes Magnus, situation?
Tripper's like, I don't know.
Look at Magnus with a
I-
glare.
Yeah, I then look. Yeah, I then look at. Yeah, I then turn around and look at Magnus like I'm sizing him up. Like you better not do anything stupid.
I
I'm
I
just looking at
just
this
fired
smug look on his face.
At this point, Argano goes, to sum up briefly, I understand that you are all companions who travel with this one.
We tolerate his existence.
Oh, like I haven't saved your asses multiple times.
Maybe so, but are you aware that he is wielding a blade that our town has deemed as, I don't know, bad?
we didn't know until we just got here.
Yeah.
Tripper still
In
as
short-
oblivious.
Let me, I think it's best if I start at the beginning. First, oh, yes, Heidi?
I just wanted to point out to the mayor before he started, this one likes to brag too much for his own mouth. He's a bit big for his britches.
Oh, I know. We had a conversation the other day.
By conversation, you mean misunderstanding.
I will deem it as a conversation for the fact that until our little situation is resolved after the festivities, we'll decide on whether that is a misunderstanding or a smack round the head. You know?
I mean, I am still standing here.
To sum it all up for all of you, just to give the bare minimal, in short, that very blade that Magnus is wielding behind his back was the very same blade that Topaz's village lost their lives to.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh god.
In fairness, Topaz didn't know about this properly until she arrived back before all of you lot. Topaz, I apologize on the late coming of that message.
Apology accepted. You, on the other hand, I'm not done with you.
okay.
But in,
Yes, no.
Okay, so okay. I'm going to use my okay, is it alright if I use my message cantrip?
Depending who you're sending it to.
I'm sending it to Magnus.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Make a stealth.
You have got Argonauts watching you. He doesn't know what you're doing.
Alright.
wait, before you roll.
Oh, wait.
Too late.
sorry.
I had to, there. Now you can see what you roll.
Oh.
9!
Oh yeah, thank you. 9. At this point, Argano looks over at you, Del, as you, Zelion, as you're pulling out the wire to cause the message, and he looks at you with this sort of.
I put the wire away.
So,
Nice.
can Trip speak up?
Thank you.
Can Trip speak up?
Yes.
Trip is what he said. So, this was used to destroy a village, but from where we got it, wouldn't that be the Black Pens doing?
That presumes the fact that you are associated with them in some degree.
Have I
Now-
mentioned the amount of times that I've killed Diction?
You have mentioned about that, and I would like to stress a fact to all of you before we carry on, in case any of you are getting the wrong idea. At this point, I do not accuse any of you as ill-intended, but the fact that Magnus is wielding the blade that is technically the bane of what brought the Tabaxis to our safety walls, it kind of understandably why when we see that blade, the first thing that we all think of is, why do you have that blade? And second of all, why are you here?
We all
To be fair,
Del had her hand up.
Yeah, sorry. Del first, and then we'll get to Chopper.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. To be fair, if to be fair, and I mean no disrespect to Topaz or her people or anything like that, but if a blade could be used once for in the wrong hands, couldn't it be used properly in the right hands?
That is exactly what Magnus said, and that is why we are giving the benefit of the doubt. So, I am asking a question, not to you, Magnus, before, because I got your point of this, but I need to verify with all of you as you are his cohorts. Where did you acquire that blade? And explain to me why you brought it here.
Trip decides to say like, well, I have some proof about something, and that's also where we got it from. Well, from a defeated foe. But she starts rummaging through her stuff, and she pulls out the black pen rope and shows it to him.
What is... Wait. You want to explain, because this is gonna look very bad if it's not a good explanation.
Well, we took it from one of their members, and they have been sort of chasing us around, and we've been bumping into them, and that's how we got the sword. We took it from them.
More specifically, we took it from a member by the name of Diction, who seems to be a recurring enemy, as he is a necromancer.
Oh, I'm aware. Magnus brought up that detail too, that apparently you killed him a few times.
Yeah,
More times than I'd like to count.
He looks over at you, Topaz. What do you make of this situation, young Topaz? I figured I'd ask an input from you.
What I want to know is are these guys telling us the truth?
That is a fair point. I mean, no disrespect when I word it like this, but how do we know that you are fully telling us the truth? I mean, you have just turned up at our village for the first time ever, so for all you know...
Cryos a village?
Okay, thank you, Sherlock. You forgot. He's a small guy. He only sees the one small.
If I made an interject in this,
hang on a sec. We got 3 people up.
is it
Del first, then Aeon, and then we'll get to Chopper.
I thought it was my turn after Del.
Oh, sorry, Chopper. Go on. You get yours first, and then Del, and then Aeon. Okay, that's the order.
Okay.
DM rule.
Chopper, then me, then Aeon?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. If I may interject in here, do you have any sorcerers or wizards around?
There are a fair few. Why?
If possible, find the one you trust, and then send them. And you know who Titanus Ron is, correct?
Titanus Ron? You mean the leader of Hope Key?
He was the one that sent us on this message, and he was the one that sent us on this quest in the first place. Magnus pulls out the letter with the official stamp of Titanus.
He sort of looks over it for a moment and goes, "May I see a closer look?"
Of course. I slide it over to him.
Let's have a look here. And at that point, he folds it up, slides it back, and then he puts a hand into his pocket, and he pulls out a letter with the very same seal on it.
Hmm?
Ironically enough, that was all I needed to know. And at that point, he unveils the other letter with Titanus' seal on it as well.
So you believe us now?
I wouldn't say I fully believe, but I would at least give the benefit of the doubt because I was at least warned ahead of time that you were progressing through. Titanus actually sent me a message beforehand.
I see.
Of course he told. Yeah, I expect nothing less.
Yes, Heidi?
So you were technically half expecting us to show up.
Didn't Aeon want to say something first?
Oh, yes. Sorry, Aeon. I apologize, my friend.
Well, sort of going off the idea that Mag can go, have you got any clerics or such capable of casting Zone of Truth?
Zone of Truth, I'm familiar, but ironically, I think I've heard enough that I have at least some belief to your wording. For you see, I was warned of your possible arrival after some events in Helix. Something about being thrown out?
Yeah, that's been
yeah.
solved.
That's a long story.
Oh, I know. I received a message from a advisor of Titanus, apparently some Furbolg who's around in the area.
Trip points to herself.
No, not you.
Wait, I think I know who they're talking about.
I do too. His name escapes me at the moment.
He was his name was Fern.
Oh,
Fern, yeah.
he travels
Fern.
fast. Where is he now?
Fern is still around in the area, but that's besides the point.
I did not write his name down, did I?
Now you know. At this point, Argonaut looks over at you, Topaz, and goes, "You need not worry too much now, but you can at least keep some eye on the half-orc.
So,
Okay,
Now then."
I was gonna bring up the Zone of Truth spell as well, but I see that's not necessary.
Yeah, because Chopper found the hidden loophole.
Loophole.
Hey,
all
I have to put somewhere. Yeah, he found a way through it. Fair play. All right, at this point, Argonaut just goes, "Now then, with all due respect, I'm sure some of you have some questions. If any of you have anything you wish to ask, I am around for some time. I do have a festivity to get back to, you know."
Mm-hmm.
I should have seen some hands popping up. Okay, Del first, then Kotlol.
Right. Oh, okay. If you were notified by Titanus, then you know about. And earlier you meant you let on that you knew about the shards, correct?
I am aware of them, yes.
Okay.
And I have also been informed that you have acquired in your travels 3 of them.
I pull out my dragon shard. Yep.
Pull out mine. Also, yes.
And Trip pulls out hers from a secret compartment in her small shield, like, and holds it up. Here.
That's quite a clever little tool you've got there, Furbolg.
Thank you.
In any case, I at least know of the events that you're after. And you're also trying to deal with some fools, I think is the right wording.
I suppose, yeah.
Also,
This is an understatement.
Sarah, it just occurred to me. How did you not question the fact that me and Trilly got here with their brother about a day and a half before these guys got here.
Because I was at least somewhat aware. I mean, I'll admit I didn't know how you got here so fast, because that completely surprised me. It did cross my mind, but of course, forgive me if the first thing that comes to my mind is not a half-orc and a halfling carrying a half-frozen halfling, and the first thing that comes to our mind is we see a blade that says, "Oh, there's our bad history."
Nah. I mean, if I choose at least a bit curious how we got here fast.
I am, but now's not the time for that question. I will answer that in due time.
No, I asked that, but yes.
Anyway,
Very well.
yeah, your question, Trip?
Well, there was, of course, we do know that the Black Pen, those bad rogue people that are shown, are after all the shards, and we believe the fourth shard is here and in danger.
The fourth shard is here, you say. Are you referring to the shard of Archgem?
The what now?
Archgem.
Arch. Hold on.
In fact, I would like all of you to make a history check for me, please.
Where's my...
Including you, Topaz, if you would like to roll one.
Okay, I'll just,
So history check, you said?
History check.
History.
roll 20 up.
My history is a +0, so I may have a low number.
Oh, wow! Oh, look at... Oh.
Where's history?
Oh. Okay.
People who
let's
can't see it right now,
Wow.
I'm checking where my history is
Yeah.
at.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow, I was not
The
expecting
numbers.
that. I was not expecting that, because you know what I was expecting?
Yeah, you were expecting the crappy roll.
Yeah, I was expecting a very low number. I was
Oh.
expecting what Chopper got.
To be fair, though, Lena, this could play to your advantage since you live in this area.
Yeah. All right. So, I'm gonna need
Ever think about-
numbers. I need numbers of history check from. I need history numbers from top to bottom. If I see Heidi with a 10.
Oh, there we go.
All right. Okay. Heidi's got a 10. Dell's got 17. So is Topaz. Trilly with a 16. Magnus with a Una.
Magnus
and
Dum Dum
Trip
Dum.
with a-
It's, wait. 10.
10.
Yeah. No worries. I've gone through the whole list. No worries, Heidi. Okay, and Trip with a 10 as well. Okay. Okay, so to Magnus.
Yeah.
No clue. You
I
have
don't know
no
what's going
idea
on with my...
No worries, Heidi. Yeah, do a drop in and drop out if you have to.
Okay, I might have to.
All right. Oh, she was back in sync. Oh, she's back in sync. We'll wait till she gets back. Okay, there we go. Check. Check the drive.
Hello.
Yeah. Wait. Check the drive trigger. Wrong game. Sorry. Anyway, so
pockets.
Magnus, you have.
Oh, wrong continuity.
I know. Magnus, you have no idea about this name at all. No hint at all. Trip. To Trip and Ursula. Actually, I'll make this easier. To those of you who got lower than 15, you have no idea of this name at all.
Okay. Cool.
Trilly, Topaz, and Zelion. You both have at least heard of the name Archgem in the studies, but because you got Topaz, I'm willing to give a bit more information, because Topaz got the highest, actually. So, this helps out for Kotlo for some of his bits. Alright, so, Archgem is the deity protector of Creo. It was said that she was the one who had minor conflicts with the dragon Volcanus over power of the southern area. It was said that they would come to an agreement that Volcanus would not kill Archgem if they agreed to a temporal truce. But it is unknown to this day as to what that truce was or for what benefits. All you know is that because Topaz is here, you know that Archgem's body was buried in the Temple of the Claw on the Crystal Gleam Mountains.
Wow.
Do I need to go back over any of that info for anyone?
So deity protector of Creo, had minor conflicts with.
I'll read that briefly again so you got the short version. Archgem was the deity protector of Creo, kind of its guardian spirit, if you will. She had minor conflicts with Volcanis over the southern area of Monu. Volcanis agreed to not kill Archgem because of a truce being in place. To this day, nobody knows what that truce is, and it's been rumored that Archgem's body was said to be buried within the Temple of the Claw on the Crystal Gleam Mountains. Because of you, Topaz, I'll give you the extra bit of information. You know that the Temple of the Claw was said to be protected by the Tabaxi because it was rumored that Archgem was said to be one of the fastest dragons on the planet, said to rival even the fastest Tabaxi.
Wow. Nice.
Was that some info you wanted, Kotlal?
That is enough info.
There you go.
Oh!
So yeah, you got
Mighty Chlorified has gotten deluxe charge for 13 months. 13
Thanks,
months
Flora.
all year long.
Also, there is some. Also, I'm gonna send you a message via DMs if you wish.
Yeah, go ahead. Just send me the message if you so wish. All right.
Thanks for this up, matey.
All right. Yeah. So just send me that. Just send me that message, Lena, and we'll get to that. So at this point, Argano sort of just looks up and goes, "Well, Archgem was our deity protector. Without her power, our fair city is laid to even more threats. And right now, her power is at the strongest, protecting our fair city."
I do have another question.
So
Yes.
do I.
It's kind of unrelated to the dragon shards, but I do have a question about your deity. Do you know any other deities that are similar to Archgem?
In what way?
I'm looking. Well, I'll be honest. I'm looking for something. Kind of glance around the room, just kind of giving everybody a knowing look. There's someone I'm trying to find, and from what I've been told long ago, he lives in some kind of he lives in some place that's protected by a magical barrier. I'm just wondering if a deity is capable of doing something like that.
Well, deities are capable of many different things when you think about it. Some may honor an honorary blessing. Some may cause wrath and destruction. Others can cause some magical religious doohickey. Heck, there's even some talk that even some deities will personally manifest into this plane of existence just to try and rip it apart.
What about ones that try to protect a certain race? Or
I think that should be capable of some, but where are you going with this?
Sorry, I don't have that much information to go off except stories.
Sorry to interrupt, Kotlo, what the fuck? What are you doing, Kotlo?
Like, huh? What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah. You're asking me?
Okay.
Okay.
All I have are legends and stories, and it's a bit hard for me to explain right now.
I think I think I can sort of gather what you're trying to accomplish. I would think a deity might be able to do something like that, but I couldn't give you an exact reference to what exactly they could behold, because unless I know which one, I can't really give any information.
Well, what about ones that
Well, also, I know Topaz had a question as well, so...
That's more.
Actually, that would be me, not Topaz, that had a question. I was wondering how to spell said dragon's name.
Okay, yep. I could quickly go through that. Archgem is spelled Archgem.
Pretty
It
much.
is simply just arch, like a bridge arch, and a gem.
Okay, thank you. I thought that's what it was, but I needed clarification, so thank you.
That's fine. Okay. I know Trip has a question. Del, did you have any more?
No,
for
no,
your
no,
bit,
not
or
a question. More like, can I religion check that what Dell's mentioning?
Sure, go ahead. Humor me.
Alright.
Humor me.
I think my religion is.
Oh, no.
Okay, that's plus 1. It's not as high as I thought it would be.
When the dungeon master makes
There we go.
I'm dying to hear you say humor me in a demonic voice, Chris, I swear.
Come on, then. Humor me.
It's not rolling. There.
Oh,
Ow.
I would like to give you some information. All right, 16.
God.
So are you looking into what Del was saying to see if you know any information about this?
Yeah.
Okay. You've gone because of you being a cleric, I'll say this. You know that deities are known to cause major powers based on their alignments or based on what they represent. For example, the Moonweaver, for example, is mostly represented to trickery of a fair just cause, for example. So they will mostly give their blessings to anyone who's performing, say, Robin Hood tasks, for example.
Also, Heidi, thanks for the 20 bits.
As for what Zelion is referencing, you'd have to get more information about the deity itself before you can pinpoint any information.
Okay.
Yeah, it was an idea. I'm not gonna lie, but you need to, unless you get a name and a deity of what it's protecting exactly, you won't be able to get anywhere.
Yeah, that's fine. At least Triple has some sort of idea then.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, I guess the only other question I have is, where can I find, well, do you have a library where you can find more information about what we're looking for?
Should think that should be certainly possible. If you require the aid of our library for the sake of some service, you are allowed to, but I need to let you know in advance. The Festive of the Fist is in 2 days, and in 2 days' time, all businesses will shut except appointed by me for the sake of businesses, who are one to thrive. So if you wish to use the library, you essentially have today as your time.
Okay. Thank you.
My pleasure. Anyway, I suppose I should get back to the festivities unless there's any more questions, because I'm really pressed on time. Yes, Aeon.
It's not exactly a question. I just wanted to thank you again for the help you with my brother and curing his condition.
It was my pleasure. Trust me. Our fair town has seen too many people fall thanks to the chilled, so if you ask me, I'd say at least saving a life from that confounded thing is a blessing in disguise.
And one greatly appreciated.
And I'm so glad so. Now, if you excuse me, and he sort of gets out the chair and dusts himself a little bit, I need to go get back to the festivities. Come to think of it, do any of you even know what's happening with the festivities exactly? I mean, no offense, Magnus. Do you even know what's going on?
I assume it's a large fist fight.
There's actually a bit more to it. And he pulls out sort of a small he pulls out a piece of paper and goes, oh, I should probably get back to this. Topaz, could you fill them in on the details and how this works?
Also, Circle of Sight, thanks for following!
Thank you. Yeah. Is that, he's sort of asking you, Topaz, are you alright to be passing the information on how the festivities work? Lena?
Lena? You alive?
Does she have an internet problems again?
They could have been called away for a
well, she's-
moment. Oh, they're gone.
Yep,
Oh.
there.
I'm done.
Check general chat real quick. Oh, they're back.
Yep.
Oh,
Dana?
If it's the routing
Good.
issue again.
Okay. You guys
Oh.
hear-
Oh,
Welcome back.
yes, we can hear you.
Yep, we can hear you now.
All right. Okay. No worries there. All right. Lena, did you hear what I said? By the way, I apologize.
Yes, I heard. I was trying to respond, but I don't think you guys could hear me.
No, we couldn't and things.
Okay, but Topaz's answer to the mayor's question was a simple yes, sir.
Very well. Now, I will leave you to your devices. If you wish to use the library, please know it is on the eastern side of town. Maybe Topaz can show the way there, but other than that, I will have to bid you adieu. If you will need me, I'll be in the central square. And he looks at you, Magnus, with a glare for some reason.
And I'm looking at Magnus with a sweat drop,
Hey,
thinking you idiot.
Let's don't think the wrong idea. Let's just say thanks to the timing of things, we didn't finish our square in time, so we must go and finish the festivities setup.
very well.
Now, if you excuse me, good day.
good day.
That's the best I could have for the run. He's just sort of walking out like this. It's the best I could come up with for a dwarf. What can I say?
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Ursula's just gonna go to the side, just like,
I just glance over at Magnus, just kind of go.
Now with me, I walk over to Trilly and kneel down in front of her.
Okay.
Trilly, how was your brother?
Very good question. DM, how is Verdant doing?
At this moment, when you were sharing the room with your brother, the last you got the information is he is currently sleeping, but he is breathing kind of steady. It looks like he is going to pull through, but he needs a bit longer to rest.
Well, Verdant looks like he's going to pull through. He's sleeping.
Okay, I then let out a sigh of relief and I tell Trilly that I am thankful that her brother will make it through.
Yeah, I think he will. Thanks to the people in the city.
And at that point, Argonaut just looks over all of you in the shoulder and just sort of goes, "Right, well, I'll see you all for the time being. Magnus, one last word of advice for you, my friend.
Yes.
For tomorrow's events, be ready." And he closes the door as he walks out.
Okay.
I then look at him and say, "Man, you may be screwed."
Okay. Okay. I look over at Magnus once again, and then I walk up to him. Hey,
Oh.
One more
Magnus.
thing. Before you continue, what did our two
Yes.
missing members do in the meantime?
All right. I will say, I haven't really thought about much of this, but I'll probably assume that maybe that Liam is just sort of sat there with his arms crossed, just looking at all the glares at Magnus with a sort of. That's what I'm thinking he'd be like. As for Goldie, I think she's just sort of just looking and just trying to make heads or tails of the whole situation.
Also, and maybe
all
also the
right.
uncle.
actually,
Maybe. Heidi?
if I could predict what Goldie would do, if I may,
Mm-hmm.
she's gonna just look at Magnus and he goes, "You fucking twat."
uh,
I can sort of
As
see
a person
that.
nearly got killed by a golem twice.
okay.
Oh,
Fucking
Yeah.
nearly died
accident!
twice.
At this point, Liam just sort of looks over at you, Topaz, for a moment and goes, "So you know how the stuff works around here, then?"
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do.
So curious. What has Magnus signed himself up for, or does he generally have no idea?
You see the blade that he's okay, and then I point to the purple blade on Magnus's back. Do you see that blade that he is carrying on his back?
See it? A bit hard to miss a giant fucking blade.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. That blade was responsible for the destruction of my village.
I gathered that much. Look, I apologize on having to cut the bit short, but I was referring to what the whole situation with this festival that the big muscle guys got involved with. What's all this about?
Oh, that. Oh, yeah. Well, here's how it works.
Speakers Topaz.
That's what I'm doing.
All right.
Well, here's how it works. Here's how it works, Liam. On day 1, you have the opening ceremony and family events. Plus, there's also arm wrestling if any of you are interested. What about you, Gramps? You want to test your luck?
You know I could put you down, right?
Really? I'd love to see you try.
He puts his arm on the. He puts his elbow on the table. Looks like you want to go right now.
Trip left the area.
This isn't the time or the place. We'll wait till day 1.
All right.
Anyhow, what we have on day 2 is sword shows and battle of blades. Basically, what that does is we have performers showing off their swordsmanship skills, or their craft, as well as weapons wielders having sparring, and we have also weapons. We have also weapons and wielders having sparring matches to earn either earn some money or even a chance to be one of the guards, provided they impress the judges enough.
Huh.
Day 2 sounds fun.
And there's also something on day 3 which everyone is really looking forward to.
And what's that?
It's called the Hunt of Glory. It is a massive hunt in which has the mayor choose 3 random threats that can be found around Cray or even the mountains. The fighter who brings back the biggest, rarest, or most of the specified creatures wins. And there's also an added bonus to this. The winner also gets a free wish within the mayor's power. In other words, the mayor will grant you any wish that you desire, provided that he has the power to do so.
Pretty sure that's not going to happen. I'm pretty sure that's the event I'm going to have to participate in.
I would also just like to interrupt. Well done, Lena. Yeah, actually did that exactly correct. Yeah, she didn't make up those events. I gave her the note version and she did it. So well done, Lena.
Woo.
Thank you.
Thank you. I had to scroll up and read through it as a movie picture. So
I should have known.
well,
But
hey,
yeah.
well,
Well,
hey,
hey, she made it through.
well, hey, it helps.
Yeah, you did. All right, so I'll just summarize that a bit more into detail to let you guys know exactly what happens. Day 1 is kind of more like the family-friendly day. It's more suited for those who are like the families who want to watch and have a good street performance performed. Arm wrestling for the sake of showing your muscle and your grit, as it was. Maybe some more prizes. Day 2 is kind of more like a flashier performance. So instead of using the fists, it's like the blade wielders, whether it's swords, axes, or stuff like that, and kind of showing off with sparring performances or like actual combat, which happens more in the evening. And day 3 is the big prize that everyone comes for the festive of the fist for, which is the Hunt of Glory. To sum up briefly, because it was a bit stumbled on there, 3 random threats that are found around Krayo's areas are randomly chosen before the ceremony, so there's no cheating. You need to bring back either the biggest, the rarest form, or the most of the 3 in order to get the win.
So, Monster
So
Hunter.
that's your information.
Or
Or better yet, Kotlol. Another version, if you want to put it instead of Monster Hunter. I know how to do it to that. Or another form, Kotlol. Think the Hunt from Final Fantasy IX.
That was the other thing I'm thinking of.
Yes. I love that hunt for the record. Yes, Heidi.
I bet the mayor's gonna choose Magnus as one of the threats.
Or I'm gonna be the one, or I'm gonna be one of the people that hunts the threat.
Oh no, you're the threat.
Considering you have that big purple plate on your back.
I don't think they're gonna have
If I were a
people
big
be
enough threat, he
hunters
would have been
here.
killed by now.
And now for the most dangerous beast, Magnus. Wait, what?
Yeah, I cut out.
Is this where that meme of da 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 run?
Exactly.
I could see that. All right. So at this point, with that information there, the day is yours. So at this point, the day is entirely yours. You can do whatever you want. The main point of this is to get you guys ready. Just be aware you have one day before, to your knowledge, most of Creo shuts off, bar a few exceptional places. So based on that, you know the library is one of them, but you don't know what the rest of the shops are depending on where you want to go. So in which case, we will go through in order if there is anything anybody wishes to do. So I will say this right now. If anybody has something small they would like to get done, please raise your hand or say aye.
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 No, why the hell not? Alright.
Okay. So 3 people. Okay. So we'll start with, because I know what Kotlaw's list is, so we'll get to that in a minute. Yes, you and your research dump.
Now, there was one thing I'd like to say. I know that Zelia said that she wanted to visit the library. Does he by chance want Topaz to show him where said library is?
It might help.
All right.
Well, then in that, all right, okay. So, are you leaving Magnus to his own devices?
I'm gonna ask somebody in his party to watch him. In other words, he gets another babysitter for when Topaz is around.
Okay, I'll say you're able to find a guard. I'll say you're able to find one of the guards to help out, and you just see Magnus, you see this guard just looking at you with this sort of non-expressive look on his face.
All right. Actually, before we go, before we go, I pull out the raven statue.
Oh,
We found that. Alright, we did.
Yeah. And I give it to Ursula. Okay. Ursula, this is important.
Okay. But why give it to me?
Because just in case anything happens, I'm gonna be at the library. But if anything happens, you can use, like in the square or something, and you can use that to either contact me or anybody around the city. And I'm not gonna get much use out of it right now. So it's best if I give it to someone that I know I can trust. Not that I don't trust everybody else, but I just blush.
I think I get it.
Hey, Princess.
I'll keep an eye on it for you, Zelia.
All right. Do you know how to activate it, by the way?
Someone wants to say something.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I'll wait till they get done.
Okay.
All right. I'm just okay. Okay. I kind of lean in to whisper into Ursula's ear. Say winged voice 3 times.
Oh, okay.
Lena?
Okay. Now I have something to say to Topaz, and please feel free to laugh when I say this.
Yeah, go ahead, just do it.
I didn't look to. Okay, now I'm looking towards Ursula.
Okay.
Hey, Princess, this dude your boyfriend?
No, I'm not going to even answer that. especially
We're-
with a nickname like that.
We're in a. I don't think that's any of your business.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
So,
fair enough.
okay. Well, let's get some stuff out the way because then I can get to some festivities sharing when we get to that.
Okay.
Right. I'm gonna add the Raven to my equipment then.
Yeah, just go ahead. Yeah, if you know what that is exactly, right?
Is that like a custom item or is it in the D&D Beyond?
It's a figurine of Wonder's power, Silver Raven.
Silver Raven. Okay, I'll search it.
Okay, and while she's doing that, I have
Nevermore.
a question for I have a question for the DM. Did you by chance get my DM message?
Let me have a proper look. Sorry, I have the thing scrolled to the side because it was my way of doing things. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I've seen that. I've seen that remark. Never know. Anything can happen. We'll
That's
just find
true.
out.
Yeah, I just
All right.
I just happened to think about that, and I'm like, you know, it would be funny to me if that actually did happen. Given
Yeah.
the
I
circumstances.
won't spoil anything because it's something of a minor thing. All right. So let's get some stuff underway here. So is there anybody who would like to go first with what they want to do? If anybody wants to, then let them speak now.
Or forever hold your
Oh.
peace.
Aeon first with his hand up.
I'm last, so it doesn't matter.
Essentially, Trilly is just going to excuse herself from the table, go back upstairs, and basically sit next to Verdant and keep an eye on him.
Okay.
You're
just gonna stay there till he wakes up, or any changes?
She did
Sorry,
promise
excuse me.
him that she wasn't going to leave his side, and so she wants to get back before he wakes up.
Okay.
Barney,
I'll say yes.
check stream chat real quick.
Stream chat. You mean the JCG chat?
Yeah.
How am I the dumb bucket?
It wasn't me.
Dumb bucket.
It wasn't me.
Not me
Oh,
either. I'm not even looking.
I know exactly who said it because her name is right where that message is. Rosalia. Anyway, so Aeon is taking care of that. We know that Zelion and Trip are heading to the library with Topaz guiding them, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know what? I hate to ask this, but it'd be fun to find out. Magnus, what the heck are you doing?
Good question. Probably gonna. I'm probably gonna skulk around.
Well, I just did that, like skulk around. So just a wander around?
Yeah, just wander around, see what happens.
Look at
Trying to
God.
watch these things gonna drive me insane.
Cotlaw, what are you doing?
Skulking.
No. I could just see Trip like this. Is this how you do it? Just this giant fur dog. It's a giant walking. Yeah, just this sad grub like, look out!
Oh my god.
I love you all.
Well, hey,
Love
hey, we love you too.
I'm so happy. All right, so Magnus is gonna skulk around. Heidi, what are you having Ursula do?
She's probably gonna go for a meander around the town as well, but not with Magnus.
Okay. All right. In that case, I tell you what. Very quickly, Magnus and Ursula, make a perception check for me, please.
Okay.
Got low with a.
An old face.
Oh, you don't have to make one, Del.
I know. I'm just asking a question.
All right. Oh yeah. We haven't got that far with this. I apologize. Okay. 11 and 9. Okay. I'll say you're both able to at least determine that you see that the festivities are looking kind of close to what a festive looks like. Although, for Magnus's sake, the only thing he notices is how many glares are staring at him because he still has a vorpal blade attached to his back.
Excuse me.
No worries. All right, so we'll get to those two in a minute because there'll be something interesting.
Ooh.
There you go. That works. Thank you. All right, so Trip.
It's huge.
Mhm.
It's Attack on Titan again.
Also, Rosa. Also, Rosa says bye to you, Brownie.
Bye-bye.
They said it in the chat. They didn't have to spread the
Yeah,
message.
I know that. I know. I see the chat. All right. So, Trip, Zelion.
Yep.
You are escorted to the eastern side of the city, where towards the eastern area, the Twilight side. You head to the large gap area that is right over here on this map here that is set there. Sorry to those who can't see it. Yeah, where Zelion is there. And as you make your way there, you see that this central square area is sort of like a massive little hub for sort of a mixture of anything that doesn't stand out as the usual type of thing. There's sort of like tinkering little places. There's an odd sort of there's a library. There's a couple of other random houses and things. Essentially, the main stuff you find within this area is sort of like the stuff you don't expect to see in sort of standard style towns, but they like to keep it away because of the festivities. All right. If you go to your journal, you should be able to drag your character token onto the map.
Okay.
I hope, anyway. If I've done this wrong, I'll drag it for you. And Trip, we still need to make a proper token for you. My artist seems to have disappeared. So I'll have to work that out later. All right.
Also
so
made a map passes real quick, so like bloop map like.
Yeah, appreciate that. All right. So at this point, you two both make your way to the square with Topaz leading the charge, and she leads you to a large stone building on the southern point of the square. You see it's got a massive stone arch sort of decorated with standard gray stone. It's been smoothed out like it's looking like it's been recently furbished type of thing. And all you see on the front area of it is just this arch and a picture of a book just dangling off of a chain in front of the arch.
Can you get rid of the extra token in the area where Ursula is, please?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Thank you.
No problem there. All right, I'll just move
Giant
Trilly to
Trilly!
where the place is here. Yeah, Trilly, no! There we go.
Okay, there we go.
All right. There we go. Right, so you make your way there. You stand in front of the doorway. Do you make your way in?
Yes.
Okay. Topaz, are you following with them?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So, you make your way inside, and you find that this is pretty much a more furbished out library than the one that you've seen in Noir. It is essentially, well, in the case of Trip's case, because seeing this, you see that there are bookshelves on bookshelves on bookshelves that are standing sort of about 3 standard ones high. It's basically a library with about 3 floors in it, and you see that they are all decorated with a beautiful glass window at the very back, with the symbol of what looks like a humanoid type figure holding up a picture of a book. Essentially, the pose that it's going with, I have to pose like this because I have to. It is essentially standing with a pose like this.
One zooming in.
Yeah, fuck you.
There.
It's sort of with a pose like this, and sticking out of the hands is a book, is in a book sort of in straight view like that, and you see the face, like this. Yeah, thank you, Cotton. Yeah. Also, funny thing, Cotton, they have a pen. Do you know what it's shaped like? Yeah, so, oh, what? There's 2 of them.
No, we used 3 on him.
Okay,
I gotta make that a highlight. That was cool. Thank you, everyone. I'm glad you know that. But yeah, there's a glass silver stain like that, decorated with green and blue and red. Basically, a mixture of rainbow-like colors all over it. underneath that glass window, up a set of stairs is a desk. And essentially, it's sort of like the main desk. So it's like you enter through, it's the first floor of the library, but you have to walk straight on past all of these books, up the stairs to this desk that is basically in the middle of this staircase. So I presume you make your way all there?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So, get my information. Okay, yeah. There in the library, on the desk, you see, fast asleep, on the desk, like a pure, proper pussycat, a green tabaxi. Sort of, its tail is curled up around it, sort of like a defense perimeter. It's curled up. You see like a pair of glasses that are sort of tilted off the side of its face a little bit. It's decorated in a sort of, the equivalent of sort of like a tailor-made style jumper of some kind. And it's just there fast asleep. And you see a bell right next to it.
Tim looks wide-eyed. This is like, to looks at it's like, is this a trap?
Do you want to check for traps?
I'm just looking there at the tabaxi at the desk, looking like.
Yeah, that's essentially it.
I don't have a cam on my
Alright.
side, so that's weird.
Oh yeah, there's no camera, Lena, so we can't see if you're doing an expression.
I know the camera's not there, but still.
No, I suppose it's just like this sort of blank stare, like, really?
Yeah, exactly
Alright.
like that.
All
Like,
right, so
really,
I guess
yeah,
I
like,
will
are you
say,
really
Lena,
asleep?
I get you. All right, so Topaz, at this point, I will say because you're there, you know the name of this tabaxi. This tabaxi
Okay.
that you see here is Lush Meadow.
All right.
Heidi, I'm only going to ask one question. Why, oh why
Yes?
do you have a devil hat? Oh, and the black pen feather?
It's diction in a nutshell.
Are you-
Ursula sauce.
Vote Heidi off the ship!
No.
Heidi would not be imposter.
If you do that, if you do that, you'll never hear the end of it from Shugo.
Yeah, I know. That'll be fun though. Anyway, so yeah, so you
That
know
is
this
sus.
tobacco. So you know this tabaxi is called Lush Meadow, and as you get closer, all you just hear is just this. He's just sounding very, very heavily asleep.
10 out of 10 purring noises.
I'm so glad you loved that. It's the best I could do.
Oh, he doesn't pick it up.
Have you ever heard of rolling your R's?
I can't.
Okay, so
You
So
can
anyway.
remember, so you're not alone.
Anyway, so what do you three do?
I'm going to I'm just going to try to see if I can wake up who I presume is the librarian.
Okay. How do you go about that?
Wait, hold up. Okay. Oh yeah, I have a flute. I'm going to purposefully play a sour note on the flute.
Okay, make a performance check.
Okay.
Am I hoping for a low
As
roll?
a musician, I am offended.
Hey, this is gonna hurt
Okay.
Delian's pride more.
Okay, I then back up and stick my fingers in my ears.
14. Okay, 14. As you put the flute to your lips, now are you purposely going for the sour notes, or are you trying to tone it?
I'm just going to go for a single sour note and elongate it for as long as I can. But before I do that, I warn everyone to cover their ears.
Okay, well, Topaz has done it. At that point, as you play the whistle, at that point, all you see is just Lush just jump up like,
Like
and
you
he just, And,
like a
and he sort
professional-
of stumbles forward and rolls down the stairs of the library desk.
Oh,
And is
okay.
now right behind you on the floor like this. Oh,
He's not
Does he
dead.
need- he needs
I was
healing.
not expecting that.
oh, oh, what the hell? Oh, a wise guy.
I then walk up to Lush and extend my hand out to him. Quick question: is this Tabaxi male or female?
It is a male.
Thank you. I just need to know the gender so I would be right on how to approach him.
It's fine.
Anyhow, I walk up to Lush and extend my hand out to help him get up.
Oh, Topaz, it's so good to see you. But
Yes,
but with all due respect, excuse me 1 minute. And he just walks sort of rather groggily up to you, Zelion, and goes, "You."
I'm so sorry, sir.
Did you ever think that the bell on my desk was a novelty?
I glance at the bell. Then look at him.
Here, no, let me just prove it to you on one thing that bell was serving. And at that point, he uses his paw to press the bell, and all you just hear is this melodious, gentle, doom, like a large bell dong type of thing. And at that point, you then watch as another to the back seat that was at the very back, just out of earshot. You then hear this. Lush, do we have some? It just goes back behind the door. And at that point, Lush just looks at you and goes, "That bell is for a reason. I suggest if you wish to accommodate yourself in this facility, you take note next time."
I put the food away and forgive me. I'm sorry. I did not know. I did not know the purpose of. I was not aware. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. Yes, Cot?
Can I roll for perception so I can find a sign saying I should ring the bell?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, no one did that.
Yeah,
So
fair.
If you get the nat 20 now.
Where is
Let me prepare the.
Oh, it's +3. Okay. And activate the chat and roll. Okay, didn't work.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Yes!
Ow!
It happened! It happened!
Jesus.
I gotta say, I got one
Ask
thing.
and you shall receive.
I got one thing to say to you, Cot. You were a lucky bastard this time.
Why?
You were a very, very, very lucky bastard.
Why? It's us to find
The
the
DM
sign!
has left the building.
Hey, hey,
Okay,
hey,
give me a
Cot,
moment,
take it
guys.
as a compliment, not an insult.
Thank you, but it's still hilarious.
Just Brownie called it.
Give me one moment. Give me one moment. Actually.
So as you look on the desk,
Do it
Also,
again, do it again.
Orihime has gotten the deluxe charge. Thanks for the charge.
thanks,
Enjoy.
Del. And on the side note, yeah. So as you look on the desk, you realize that there is clearly above the center of right above where the door was, there is a sign that says, "Do not wake the cats. Please ring the bell for assistance."
Where was this?
Tips like,
Basically,
oh!
okay, so you have the front desk where the tabaxi was, the bell next to it, and right where the door was at the very back, there is a sign written above it that says "Ring the bell."
Ah.
And also because of Cop with the nat 20, you find it is about as big as the doorway.
Oh, there's the sign. It's on the door.
I then look to Zelion and I say to him, you know, this could have been avoided if you just looked for the sign.
Just shut up, okay? I thought this was the quickest way to wake him up.
Okay, wait. One more thing. Since I rolled a 20, what material is the sign made of?
It is a wooden sign that has been chiseled into. And also,
It's also nice. Oh,
20,
it's
because it's a natural 20, it's a redwood.
redwood. Good wood.
I'm so glad you appreciate the craftsmanship. Now, with all due respect,
I
what
promise
brings...
I promise it won't happen again. Sorry.
Anyway, what brings you to our hallowed halls?
Well, then Trev speaks up. We're looking information on ArcGem.
They're looking for information on our deity there.
The deity of,
Yes.
And why would you be wishing to acquire such information?
Trev looks at Topaz to hopefully help explain the situation.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, I just look. Yeah, I just look between Topaz and Trip.
I presume there is a reason.
Yes, there is.
It's
Oh
Oh, what did you do? Hang on.
yeah, Aeon, what were you holding there? We couldn't see it.
I was gonna hang a note over there saying "be right." Didn't
Oh, okay.
Be right back.
be right back.
All right.
Okay.
So at that point, he just sort of looks over at you, Topaz, and goes, "So they have come under your guidance?"
Yes, I had to lead them here. They're new to this town.
I can tell. I'm pretty sure someone who was a resident of our fair town would have appreciated a sign.
I really am sorry. Is there anything that I can do to make it up to you?
Just get what you're after and leave.
Even Magnus would have just rung the bell.
I even just put the bell there!
Trev wasn't sure about the bell.
You didn't describe what kind of bell it was.
Well,
No one even rolled perception. No roll perception or asked. Okay. Anyhow.
Let me ask. Okay, well, then, just for clarification, let me ask this: the bell to ring for assistance in the library, would it be like those bells that you see in like a hotel desk?
Yes! That is exactly all it is!
Oh, I assumed it was a cat bell.
Well, you could have asked. You could have asked.
I didn't think. I didn't
Okay, I
think to.
Okay, Heidi, welcome back. All right. So at this point, he goes, "So you wish to acquire the service to know the history of ArcGem? All right.
That's what they're here for.
Mm.
But first, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Wake yourself up. Obviously, you were in deep sleep.
More than you'd like to know. I was having a wonderful dream.
Oh, right.
Before all I got woken up to was the sound of a merry flute. Anyway.
All right. That reminds me. I'm guessing he. Oh, right. You're hurt. And she casts his healing word on him.
Okay. You know what? I'll say for the sake of it, just roll the healing word if you want. It barely took any damage.
Yeah.
If you want to just roll a small amount.
Yeah, but it's
I was
Trip.
about to ask whenever he did that thing, was he gonna do a self-best through the cat thing?
Not quite, but good enough. All right, but 5
5.
points. At that point, he just sort of looks over and goes, appreciate the heal.
I
Now
then turn over to Trip and I'm like, excuse me, but what exactly are you? I can tell that you're a furball, but that's about it.
Well, I'm a Furbuck and, well, I'm a cleric. So I heal people.
A cleric, so you're a healer.
Well-
Good to know.
I heal and protect people and, well, help them out in the name of Hephaestus.
Well, good to know.
Anyhow, we should find those books on Archgem so we can, she clearly isn't trying to say much about the shards.
Yeah, I gathered. At that point, Lush just sort of looks over and goes, if you're looking for the information, you want the second floor and you want the third section. That's where you'll find deities and the history. Anything else?
That's about it. Don't worry about a thing, Les. You just go back to sleep. I'll guide them to where they need to be.
Oh, good. And when you're done with them, guide them out. If you don't... He jumps back on the counter. If you don't mind. And his back is now faced to all of you as he tries to settle back down to sleep.
I just think to myself, who sleeps on the job?
I am
Wow.
Whenever this session is over, you have got to tell me what this dude looks like.
All right. Well, I can at least give you the short summary just briefly just now so you've got a proper description. He is essentially a light green tabaxi wearing a smart sort of tailor-styled coat. For pants is basically just down to like his kneecaps. And basically his green tail is sort of curved around him with sort of black stripes on it, kind of like a tiger stripe, and with a little white sort of tip on the end. And you find that, and basically on the tips of his ears, there are basically two black lines that go inward into his ears.
Wait, important question. Are they pants or
Yeah.
pantaloons?
Pants.
Okay.
And
So-
just for clarification, what's his eye color?
His eye color? Red.
Meh.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
I
That's all I
get-
needed.
She's gonna draw him.
Ooh,
She's gonna draw him.
Form of Fossil's minion.
Would it
Pretty
surprise
much.
you? Would it surprise you if I did?
All right.
But it would be after. But it would be after the session.
Yeah, I'll remind afterwards. All right. So at this point, you're led up to the section via Topaz in this scenario. You make your way to the bookshelf. I would like each of you to make an investigation check for me. Or rather, Topaz, are you helping them or just watching?
I guided them to where they need to be, so I'm letting them have a run at the books.
Okay, so in which case, you either... So, okay, fair enough. Zelion's rolled there. So either, before Trip does it, you can either give Zelion advantage or you can roll yourself.
I give him advantage because my intellect is only gives me a +1.
All right, so
Oh,
you're letting
God.
Del have the reroll?
Yeah, you can roll
All
again.
right, Del, roll again with advantage. So,
Ooh.
18. Okay. You do find a smallish book. It doesn't have much of a cover to it, but you do see the word Archgem written on the cover and a picture of a dragon basically in a pose like this.
I gotta see this pose.
Yeah, it's like
Or
it's sort of like his claws are up like that. He's sort of screaming as he's sort of looking up at the heaven type of thing.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I guess in a way, yes. It's almost like the.
Con, I gotta be honest with you. You are making my day today.
You're welcome.
All right.
Okay. I give the
Chris. Sorry, go
So you
ahead,
get-
Del.
So you get the book.
Okay, I get the book and I hand it over to Trip. Okay, found something.
She looks at the book for a moment and inspects it, and then says
Okay.
like, "Go ahead."
I will tell you that the book is looking a little bit worn. It has a few sorts of. It's not like a proper straight covered. It essentially looks like it's had sort of the equivalent of age kicking into it. So you find that basically it is sort of torn a little bit on the top. It's sort of curved out rather than a standard book cover point, if you know what
Yeah.
I mean.
It's wear and tear.
Yes.
Okay. It's like, well, it's an old book. We should check it out real quick. But is there any tables nearby we can gently put this book down? Because I don't want to break it.
There are some tables at the far end, essentially right by some small windows on each end. It's essentially, the proper layout is you have the bookshelves right by some stairs, and then over to the far sides of each one are tables on each side. It's presumed that you use the tables on that side of the library for those books.
Okay. Well, then we head over there to put the book gently on the table.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna still peruse the bookshelves.
For what?
Okay. We're in the deities section, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
I know what she's doing.
Yeah, I know what she's doing as well.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Okay. I pull out the notes that I obtained from Titanus when we started the adventure, as well as pulling out my pendant, and then trying to find any books that match either what's in the note or that match the crest on the pendant.
Investigation.
But no advantage because Trip this time is not helping you.
Yeah. Trip is all by herself over there now.
Let alone she doesn't even know what you're looking for because she didn't say.
Okay. 14.
14. Okay. Nothing strikes out of the ordinary to the combination of like the pendant in mind.
Does it match either one or the other?
No.
Nothing.
Trip. Your book. Are you looking in the book? All right. As you open the book, a large flood of dust goes right into your face.
I didn't look at that as that happens, and I'm trying my best not to laugh, but I am giggling at what happened to her.
Can I have a sneeze check?
Oh yeah, dexterity check.
Did I have a pain check? Did I have a sneeze check?
No, he's getting a dex check. Here's one. You're fine. Come on.
I was trying to make it. I was trying to make it funny.
It's not a natural
I know
one,
you were.
but still, it's a one.
Yeah. So as Trip gets this waft of dust as she opens the book, you sort of unprepared for it. You sort of breathe in about half of it, and you begin to sort of sneeze, and in one quick succession, you fall back onto your back, and you are now flat on the floor. And you know what? I'm gonna have some fun. I'm gonna roll a d20. I'm gonna have a d20 to see if you. I'm gonna have a d20 to see if you either break the chair or even fly out the window.
Excuse me?
I told you, they're right by the window. I told you. Basically, to sum it up, the reason you need to get good light into this because of the acoustic is you have to sit opposite the window to get the light in. So let's find out if you go flying. Oh, Trip. Oh, Trip, don't you regret your options now? Okay. So you fall backwards, the chair breaks, and just as you see your head just getting to the window, you grab hold of the side before you end up pushing yourself right against the window. You're fine. But the chair is broken.
I was about to say, anybody want a free flying lesson?
I turned to Trip. What the heck?
Dust!
Are you okay?
Dust!
And Zelion, at that point, Zelion, Topaz, you watch as the remains of the dust cloud just sort of simmers on the table. And you essentially can see the equivalent of if you haven't dusted anything for about a week.
I see.
In the space of 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I have the perfect facial expression for Topaz right now, and I'm gonna post it in general, so give me a sec.
No worries, you go do that. All right, so, Trip, do you go back to the book?
I'm first gonna clean my face a little bit with some dust out of my face, and then I look at the chairs like, I guess they weren't that Furbolg proof, but then she finally goes back to reading.
All right.
Yeah.
Funny enough, as you go back to reading, No, no.
Don't be mean.
No. I'm not gonna be that mean.
You're evil.
I'm not evil. I'm having my fun too. All right. So
Well, look at it this way. You're having good, clean, evil fun. Let's look at it that way.
simple. All you see is the devil horns keeping the halo up.
Okay, great.
All
Let's
right.
move on.
All right. Trip. You look in the book. Are you looking for anything in particular in the book, or just anything inside of it at all?
At the moment, skimming it.
Skimming it. Okay. Perception check.
Okay, perception. Hey, it's the name of the show, people!
Yay! It's the name of the show! Yay! I went Kermit. Yeah!
8.
8. Looking through, you just see similar information than what was brought up when you guys were at the inn. That's basically the majority of what you find in it.
Okay,
I can
look.
open-
Okay, in the picture that I posted in general, look at the girl on the far right.
Oh, let's have a look. Oh!
That's the look that Topaz currently has right now
Alright.
after Trip did her sneeze.
To sum it up for the viewers in the chat, it's kind of like this.
I've already have it open on the stream.
All right, there you go. Yeah, it's a big smile with a. All right. So at this point, you know what? Because to say you got the information, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I'll say you do require one bit of information, but I'll let you decide. Do you want to look at the beginning of the book, the middle, or the end of the book?
End.
You only get the end of the book.
I'm 100%
Okay.
sure it's going to be in the end that I'm looking for.
All right. Just for
Okay,
curious
like-
sake, what were you hoping for?
Information about the threat we might have to deal with as well. Or the location, last location of Archgem.
Oh.
Those two things I'm after.
Yeah. Or are you referring to a certain big evil Rar?
Yeah, Big Evil Rar and the last known location
Okay.
of Archgem.
Well, you don't find any more information of Archgem at the end of the book, but you do find a little information on Diablos.
Excellent.
All right. But because of your perception check, there's not much to it because you find some of the words have been put into wear and tear, but you do get one bit of information about Diablos. And that is this. Diablos' manifestation was said to be created when the dragons and all the living beings were said to have internal conflict with each other, never seeking peace with each other. In the process of this, it is said that their negative energy was said to flow out of their bodies when they died and disappear into the clouds. Nobody knows what happened since, but ever since that time, Diablos appeared. But that's all the information you get.
Clouds. Okay.
Mind if I take a look at that book, Trip?
Jeb hands her the book. Hands him the book.
Okay.
Thank you. I take the book.
Careful, it's
Kind of
dusty.
Thank you for warning.
Damn it! You ruined my fun!
Oh, by the way, Chris, I'm glad you like the picture that I posted.
No worries.
All right.
Alright, Zelion, perception check if you're looking in the book.
Okay.
Did you all know? It's a cookbook. It's a cookbook.
Okay, perception, right?
Hey, perception check! That's the name of the show!
Roll credits.
Dude, seriously, if you were here with me right now, I'd be hugging you.
Oh, alright. 17, alright. Looking at the situation, you look and see Trip's eyes are a little bit red, and that might be why she didn't get much information. You do get a bit more information.
Okay.
Alright, so, the information you get of this is it is said that Diablos' breath was said to be a replica energy source of that negative energy. And it is said that anyone that breath breathes on is said to have all of their emotions sapped from their bodies, leaving nothing but negative feelings in them altogether. Such feelings have been recorded to be sadness, anger, neglectance, and fear, to name but a few. You also see a bit more into the book, towards near the full ending of the book, you see a bit more information. That it was said that it was passed down through legends that Diablos was slain by one single power, and that was the power of the dragon's talon. It was said that this pit, although it has been recorded that some people say that this information is a mislead, as the fact that it is said that it has not been brought up within even the history of the Unity itself.
Interesting.
By
So-
the way, because I couldn't give you for real hug, I sent you a virtual one.
Okay. Okay. Can you repeat that? You said that the dragon.
Okay. All right. So in short, I'll read the information again, and I'll read it over the once if anyone needs to write this down yourself. Okay. The extra information is Diablos' breath is said to be a harvest of negative energy or essence said to replicate the force that came out of the humans and the dragons themselves. When the breath is breathed onto its victims, it is said to sap away all positive emotion, leaving nothing but negative emotions within them. Such examples of this being left are fear, sadness, neglectance, and anger, depending on the preference. You also get the other information that Diablos was slain with the power of a single blade, known as the Dragon's Talon. However, this information is sketchy, as it is presumed that this information has been left out of history records of the Unity's creation. I did my work!
Oh, right.
So-
Yay,
okay.
I love practical jokes.
Trip asks, do you see anything, Celion?
Zelion's still jotting.
Right. Interesting. Okay, there's some interesting there are some interesting facts in here regarding Diablos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently his breath can sap someone's emotions, just leaving behind the negative ones.
That's bad. Yeah. Chip seems to think for a moment.
And he was appeared to have been slayed by the dragon's talon. According to this.
Just for the record, if anyone has not remembered this, the Dragon's Talon is the blade that was said to have featured in the beginning of this campaign.
Yeah, I remember. I mean, there was also information in Noir on that.
Yes. Yeah, I just had to clarify that fact for either any of the viewers or anyone here who didn't know, or rather, extra. All right, calm down, Miles Edgeworth.
I'm thinking.
Oh wait.
It's like he's not doing this. He's doing.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Is there anything else you guys are acquiring? I will give you, based on how your rolls have gone, I will give you a chance for one more bit of research if there's anything else you're after.
Chip just gets up and says, maybe I should ask a direct source.
Oh, you're not thinking about asking the dragon, you're not thinking about asking Volcanus, are you?
Well, they did go into a truce, and maybe he knows something we don't, and it could help. Who knows? You see Chip holding up her hands like he's not 100% sure, but she's just trying to find a different way.
Oh, all right. Well, you do that, but just be careful that you don't accidentally summon him in the library.
By the way, in this scenario, Topaz, what are you doing, by the way?
Remember the picture that I posted to give you Topaz's look whenever Triple sees? She has that look again, and right now she's saying, I hope this girl knows what she's doing.
So you're hearing this whole conversation?
Yeah, I heard I heard the conversation about Trip thinking of bringing up about Trip asking Volcanus.
Okay, all right. So, I need a confirmation. Are you wanting to do this?
Not in the library, at least, but she's planning it. She's doing it, of course, in a safe location where there's no panic. And yeah, if she does it in the library, you know that that's gonna go like, oh, it's like, hey, Volcano, we need to know about the Archgem. Oh, she's like, okay, I'm coming out. But wait, be careful, I'm coming out. And so these like the library right now, so like, and everyone's looking at Volcano's. Well, I did come out.
All right.
All right. Okay, so are you getting any more information here in the library, or are you making your way out now in this scenario? I just have to double check.
Okay. Okay.
Check.
I'm gonna do another quick look around the library to see if I can find any information regarding my pendant, or where, or even trying to look up the name of my father, the name of the town or kingdom, city, whatever it is that I'm looking for, whatever it is.
Okay,
I have an
I'll give you one more chance for an investigation check.
Wait,
Okay.
Jep has one more idea.
Yeah, what one?
Mhm.
Book on Bahamut.
Book on Bahamut.
Okay,
After,
go ahead. I'll tell you what. In that case, Colt make the check for Bahamut. Del make the check for your history.
perception or investigation?
Investigation.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got the right number for it.
7.
13.
Both unsuccessful.
Are you kidding me?
No, you got lower than what you had before. Sorry.
Yeah, and mine is just low, so it's like, huh.
Yeah.
No books about that. Oh well, the trip's like, oh well.
Well, let's just try to. Well, let's see if we can check out the Archgem book at least. Maybe that'll give us more clues.
Trip just nods. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. I grab the Archgem book and make my way out.
All right. As you're making your way out, one of the tabaxi from behind the door calls out to you and goes, "Are you going to make a note you're taking that book?"
Yeah, right. Forgot.
And at this point, this other tabaxi, who is a pure black tabaxi, silver eyes, and is just wearing basically the equivalent of a sort of brown leather jacket, just sort of walks up and goes, "Are you just taking that one book, sir?"
Well, we couldn't really find anything. Well, we couldn't really find exactly what we were looking for. So.
And you acquire that book because?
Trip speaks up. We wish to learn more about your deity and its culture.
Yeah.
I think you know what I'm about to ask you, Trip.
Yeah.
Is this technically you're telling the truth, but there's also extra information. So I'll say, what would this be? Because you're technically learning the truth, but at the same time, you've also got the Diablos factor. You know what?
It's a deception.
I'll let you roll. I'll let you roll whichever one you want. You just let me know which one it is.
Which one of the two is it? Am I going against? Is it deception or is it inside?
You know what?
What is it?
You know what? Make it deception, because you're technically telling them you're getting some info, but not all of the info.
Yeah. One moment.
I'm a smart DM. Yay!
Rolling now. 14.
14. Okay. The tabaxi looks at you for just a moment and goes, "You do understand that this establishment is closing for the festive of the feast, right?"
How long do you normally check out books for?
We actually do not check out books here. If you acquire any information, you must write down the information you wish to gather and then put the book back before you leave.
Oh.
Oh. Okay, I turn to Trip. What do we do?
If you wish to take any information within that book, you may write it down, then put the book back and leave.
All right. Trip nods and then very much thinks for a moment, and she will write down one page of the middle section. Where it lands, I do not know. She's just going somewhere in the middle section.
Okay. D20, go! Just roll a straight D20.
Yeah. 9!
9. The information you jot down? You jot down about the breath.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to do.
Oh, wait, oh, hang on. Sorry, I apologize. When you said the middle section,
Yeah.
You looked at the end section, didn't you, Cop?
We originally looked at the end section. Now I'm looking at the middle section, so a bit more about
Okay,
Archgem.
all right. Yeah, okay, yep. Then I will let you have a random fact about the Archgem.
That's what I was going for.
All right. So in short, okay, here's the information that you get. Let's see here. How much do I share? You got 9. Yeah, okay. It is said that Archgem suffered a terrible curse one night and decided to rest up within the Temple of the Claw's walls in order to keep herself safe. However, it is presumed that she never recovered, as once she entered the temple, she never left.
Dun, dun.
Okay.
That's the random info you got.
Okay. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to jot down my random info from.
Okay, D20.
From which section first of the book?
Oh, good question. Beginning, middle, or are you getting stuff on Diablos?
I'm going to get something from the beginning.
All right. Fair enough. All right. Roll a D6 for the first part. I have 6 random facts.
Okay. 3.
3. Okay, 3. Okay. Your information is Archgem was the original ruler of the southern area of Monu before she chose to step down in order to tackle Volcanus's power. In the process of this, it is said the two were on equal terms of strength, but it is unbeknownst as to who was the clear factor, as Volcanus had power by his side, but Archgem had wit.
Power, but.
I did my homework, Cotlol.
Noted.
Yeah. Am I a good DM?
You're
I want to
great.
know.
Hey, you're great, DM.
Alrighty.
Okay, so that's your information. Is that all you're going for?
That's the only time we have because we're running out of time, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say this right now. You can try to sneak another page before they close up, but you will have to. But you're pushing it if you want to do it.
I think I'm good.
We're good.
Okay.
Well, I have a question. What time is it in game?
In game right now, it is currently 3 o'clock in the afternoon at this point. The place is basically put. The place is closing early because of the Festive of the Fist. So in short, you essentially have about half an hour before they decide to close the doors.
Okay, so they're going to close at 3:30.
Yes.
Okay, that's all I needed to know. Thank you.
No worries. Legit question. All right. So, are you getting any more information?
No, we aren't, but Topaz, are you looking for information?
Since I live here, I really don't need it.
Well, then we're leaving.
All right.
Okay.
Solid argument.
We leave the book.
Yeah.
We leave
You
the
put
book in the hands of the Tabaxi,
Mm-hmm.
and then we leave.
Then yes.
Thank you. And next time, leave the flute at the door.
Sure. Again, I'm
And-
sorry about that.
He just walks off.
And I'm just gonna awkwardly wave goodbye.
Chip
All right.
pretty much says, "I'm glad I didn't use the bagpipes."
trip. Topaz, not a word of this to anyone, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And at this point, Topaz is looking at Trip, and she's gonna have this look on her face. Give me a minute.
Oh, another look. What
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
that's the hug.
that's the hug. That's the virtual hug that I gave you
Yeah.
because you deserve it.
Okay.
All right.
Since I can't give you a for real hug,
Yeah,
the virtual hug would be
no
enough.
need. No need.
No
Just
need.
get what you need to. Right.
Okay.
Okay. So, is there anything else you guys are wanting to do in this time, or shall we move to the two who've been waiting patiently?
Yeah, just move on.
All right. Ursula.
Wait. First, we need to have the face, and then I need to know for what she's doing with her face, and then I can move on because I need to know what state.
Oh, with her face. All right.
Okay.
All right. I'll let you quickly. You better hurry that up. All right. In which case, let's just get this quick. I'll start these guys off before we get to the face. So, Ursula, Magnus.
Hello.
So hello. We're gonna go back a couple of hours to when these guys disappeared off to the library. So, in this scenario, you guys are busy walking around the town. Ursula, from your standpoint, based on that 9, all you see before you is you see a couple of families who are basically sort of getting things ready. They're hanging up sort of banners outside the houses and things, carrying on what the guards couldn't sort out and stuff like that. You see the odd equivalent of 2 kids sort of practicing play fighting with some swords dotted around. It looks like that they're getting ready for their occasion. And in the process of this, you also see a couple of guards who are essentially just walking around doing a check on the perimeter. There's a couple who sort of look in your direction, but they just carry on nonchalant.
Okay, I had the face there. Topaz really has that face like she's saying, "Please don't."
Okay, that sounds about right.
Trip's a bit
All
oblivious
right.
there, but okay.
Yeah. Magnus. Just to carry on here. Magnus, for you.
Yes.
Whereabouts are you going in the city?
Probably gonna go to the center where that statue is.
Okay. So you make your way towards the center where the statue is. You see that, as per usual, there is a fire going around it, as per usual. It's sort of a little quieter than what it was when you first saw it. But as you see, there's a couple of people who are sort of getting ready. Stalls are being pilled up, ready for the ceremony. As you make your way a bit further in, they all sort of stop and look a little in your direction with a mixture of sort of fear and concern. And then a couple just sort of go back to what they're after.
He's gonna look up at the statue for a few minutes, trying to figure out who this guy actually really was. Obviously, he knows who he is, but
yeah,
why he decided to do this.
You're basically trying to see if you can recall a bit more about him.
Yes.
Okay, you know what? You had one before. I'll say with the bit of extra information you got, I'll allow you one more history check to see if you can recall him.
All right.
And I'll say in the scenario, Ursula, you're close by in the vicinity, so if you want to join in, you can.
What do I have to roll now? History check?
History. So I'll say in the scenario, Heidi, if you want to join Chopper in the center, you can do. Otherwise, you can carry on doing your search round if you want.
18! Holy crap.
18. Okay.
I don't think he needs it.
Fair enough. All right. So.
I'm looking for something else, anyways.
Okay. We'll get to that shortly. Right. Magnus, you got an 18, you said?
Yep.
Okay. The 18, you do see something does strike you as odd, although you do vaguely remember this figure. Just to an extent. You may have encountered this figure once before. This figure was someone that you may have encountered during the induction day when the newest recruits were set to arrive into the elemental guards. But as for the exact name, it still eludes you in exactly about his details. But you do at least recall that you saw him on the first day when the privates came in.
Okay.
But that's all you can recall at this time.
All right. He's just gonna shrug and then find the nearest bar.
All right. You do manage to find a little bar. It is ironically enough, it is called the Dusted Knuckle. And if you want to get a drink there, it will cost you 2 silver for a nice drink if you want one.
All right.
All right. So you have to drink there. Ursula, what are you looking for?
I am going to look for probably that magic shop that Aeon's at.
Okay, I'll say based off of things and stuff like that, I'll say maybe you got the information from Trilly, or maybe you bumped into Magnus a bit and they point you in the direction. So yeah, you make your way over to the lovable magic shop that you pointed out before, and it is of course the home of Madam Fingers. And you see that the door is slightly adjacent open at this point.
All right, I'm going to take a breath and walk in.
All right. As you walk inside, ding, the little wind chime above the door goes off, and there you see, hunched over the large book that is on the desk, which if Trilly was there, you'd recognize that it was the same book that was needed to check his symptoms. You then see the figure look up, and she looks up to you kind of like this. Well, hello, dear.
I'm sorry. I'm trying not to laugh. Ursula is still being serious and everything. The voice actress is...
Yeah, this is her voice. I'm doing this exactly as I had it. So if you're laughing, it means it's worked.
No. It was when you looked up from the book like...
Oh, kind of the... Hello, dear. Oh, I think she's gotta go.
You want to know what I was laughing at mostly?
Yeah?
The name.
I remember that being... Oh,
I'm not gonna lie to you, the name's hilarious.
I have 3 minutes and then dinner.
All right, we gotta be quick. Okay, so you know what? We'll skip the acting a little bit and say, what do you want to require, or what are you after?
I'm just generally checking on Trilly, and I kind of want information on the stuff with Jirai.
Well, Trilly is back at the hotel with her brother. They're back there. Oh. I think you gotta go, yeah? I think she's gotta go. Yeah, no worries. If you gotta I'll at least say this, based off of things, I'll at least give you the summary. No information from this spot. Sorry. It was worth a try, though. All right. In which case, we'll go back, because there's one other thing we need to discuss. Trilly!
Yeah.
As you are with your brother, as Verdant is sort of laying there on the bed, you feel a cold breeze just blow in through the window, just for a brief moment. And there you see, on the window ledge, a familiar sight. Or rather, a familiar animal. A cat.
Oh.
How do you respond?
I think the appropriate response is really will be dropping to one knee and going, Steve.
The cat at this point leaps into the room, looks up to you and goes, "You may rise, young Trilly." And you then watch as she closes her eyes and begins to manifest into that familiar form that you are familiar with. The elegant looking form of none other than your beloved highness, Princess, I believe. I hope I got the right way about this one because I was vaguely sure of it. Was it Titania? Was the one I had it? Yes. Or was it Tanya? I can't remember because I had it 2 different ways.
I thought it was Trini person.
Wait, sorry?
Wasn't it Queen Trini or something?
Trini, that was it. Trini. Thank you. Sorry, I was like, why did I have that in my head? Oh well, yeah, Trini. Thank you for the reminder. So yeah, Trini. I am so sorry as a DM. I let you down on that factor. I had too many names.
It's all right. Remember Power Rangers.
All right. So at this point, Princess Queen Trini just sort of looks up to you and then looks over at Verdant on the bed. I see that your brother has been located.
Yeah. He was inflicted with some magical illness shield when we found him. Thankfully, it looks like he's going to recover.
It does look like that. I am only sorry that I didn't acquire his presence any quicker for you. I am truly sorry.
Glad he's all right now. I don't know what I would have done if I'd lost.
So, what now? I mean, you were looking for a way back home, were you not? Now that you found a family member, that means they made their way here, does it not?
Yeah. I'm a little bit torn. So. I mean, to the dream and everything told us under the impression my family were probably lost. Now, Verdant's here. Verdant's fine. Going to be.
That is true. Well, know that you still have my blessing for whatever you need to do. The main thing is that your brother is safe right now, and I'm sure that is all that truly matters in your mind right now. Still, I only came by to just double check on you and make sure that everything is fine. When everything is settled, I will come find you. And she sort of just raises, and she sort of just brushes her hand just gently across the side of your cheek and just goes, "Do not worry, my child. I'm sure things will come finding you. And when they do, know that you have my eyes to help you. Until then, be strong." And with that, she just sort of gives a gentle smile, and she morphs back into that familiar black cat that you know, that form. She leaps up onto the windowsill, and with a flick of the tail, you watch as her whole body vanishes.
Seriously, she's just being the cat from Echoes of Time.
Hey, Alice in Wonderland, anybody?
oh yeah. And then all of a sudden, the black cat turns around and just goes. Come on, that Cheshire cat was freaky.
To be honest, Crystal Chronicles Echoes of Time also has a black cat who has magical powers and helps you around.
Yeah. Well, I also know there's a swindler who follows you around for money in Crystal Chronicles too.
That's the normal one.
Yeah.
Also with the name of said character, Power Rangers, anybody?
You're back.
All right. Okay. At this point, the day is coming close to its end. And during all of this time, you guys can reconvene as you do. You make your way back to pretty much to the front of the inn. And at that point, the evening is yours. If there's anything else any of you guys wish to do, Or do you guys want to move into the next day?
I really can't think of anything that I want to do during the night other than like sleep. But that would be about it.
Hey, Chop. I'm gonna sound like Chop for a moment. You know what I'm gonna do.
What?
Cotlon's doing a you, Chopper.
My bad. Sorry, I was in the bathroom.
That's all right. Okay. What are you gonna do, Cotlon?
Hey, Hootie.
Mess with a cat.
Yeah, the kitty just came to me. It's like, oh, hey, she's inside my room. I didn't know she was here. I am going to. Let's look at the
Rage.
map. No. Must rage nap. I'm going to the west entrance.
The west entrance. Oh, okay. All right. The west entrance. So over by the square.
Yeah.
Oh, up there. Oh, sorry, wrong entrance up there. Okay, I'll say you move up there. Okay. You make your way up there. Okay, interesting. Okay, what are you heading up there for exactly?
Well, I'm gonna go outside the city for a moment to find an open place and, have a talk in safe distance.
Oh God. Okay. Make a stealth check.
Oh boy.
What?
You're
Okay.
going out of a guard-filled entrance.
What? I can't just ask to go outside?
Well, you can, but I guess it depends if you're trying to hide the shard a bit more and trying to be extra sneaky or not. It's entirely up to you, because you have to remember, once you go outside, they're still watching you.
No, I'm just gonna go walk outside normally. I can hide the shard a bit more, but it's under a shield. Who the fuck checks under a shield to begin with?
All right, you know what? Yeah, I'll say you're able to go outside. How far from the city do you go?
About here-ish.
Let me have a look at the map. Okay, yeah, I'll say you're able to do so. So a good few feet away there. Okay. All right. So, are you planning to try to do this talk a bit more discreetly from anyone else? Because you have to remember, it's still in the afternoon. So I will say right now, there are people who are coming into the city for the festivities.
Well, I guess I could move a little bit more out.
I wonder why.
There. That's
All right.
far enough? Is that far enough for you? On the edge?
Yeah, you're living on the edge. All right, yeah, I'll say that should be fine enough. All right, so I presume you're going to try and commune with the dragon.
Yeah, I'm first gonna sit down on the ground, just normally, and then I ask then I grab the shield of the shard, but put my hand on it and ask, Volcanus, we need more information about Archgem, and since you sort of had a talk with them before they vanished, maybe you could help us?
Oh boy.
Persuasion check.
Persuasion, of course.
You're
Sorry,
pretty
This
easy.
one.
I nearly said perception. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was My original thing was, there's all these people. They've got nothing
19!
for- 19.
Nice.
Okay. Give me a second.
Nice roll.
Give me a moment, I need to check
Yeah.
if the cat wants to go outside the room. And she does.
No. Okay, I'm going to roll to see if he understands this. Dell is distracted.
Sorry, it's just there's no focus on me. There's no focus on Zillion right now.
No worries. All right.
One moment.
No worries. 多么乖乖快啲走，多么乖乖快啲走，多么乖乖快啲走。
You're drunk.
I'm not drunk, I just know Jackie Chan.
Cat is outside.
Yay. Alright, well. Trip.
Brownie.
Your shard glows with your words. And Volcanus appears right outside.
Which size?
You didn't specify. Yeah, I'll say you have a quick moment to specify what size you would like him.
Probably a smaller size than his giant dragon side that could. No.
Idea. All right, so he manifests into the small style dragon that he was at when you first saw him. Volcanus just looks at you for a moment and just sort of goes, "You are wanting to know more about Archgem."
Yes, I mean, we learned that Archgem once got cursed and went into a temple and never returned, so...
I should have known this story would creep up again. All right. I was the one who put the curse on her.
Audible gasp!
Gasp! Gasp! Gasp! Gasp. I swear, it's like that scene from Paper Mario. It's like, it's this guy and this guy and not that guy. That one's not important. I love that scene. All right, yeah. So Volcanus just sort of looks and goes, "It was during the beginning part of my reign. I got involved with some fools who wanted to try and take me down back then. Try to overthrow me, as it was. Some humans who thought it was best that a dragon was not fit to be a ruler over a little region of men. I bet you can tell you how that went. Well, the fact I'm still here, I think, says it all, does it not?"
She has a bit of a grim expression, but she nods.
But anyway, Archgem basically tried to get a hold of me. Tried to persuade me that the way in order to not have any more of this conflict was to essentially try to make peace. I agreed to this peace, but only one thing would be needed in exchange. And that was Archgem's eyesight. I would take away the ability for her to see the pleasant world that she wanted if I would leave the rest of men alone. And I did. But it appears the effects were more powerful than I thought. When I took the bite out of her eyes, apparently she got infected by a black smoke. Something that affected even more. She started crying in pain and flew off in an instant. As I called out, "I will keep my word as long as you keep yours and stay out of my business." After that, that was the last I saw of her.
Black smoke, okay. Okay. Is she trip thinking, trying to make sense of things, and then she's like... And then she turns her head and then... I just realized I don't understand all this deity stuff after all.
You just see Volcanus just sort of smirk and go, "If gods were easy to understand, then mankind would be able to rule like gods themselves, would they not?"
I guess so.
Was this all you acquired? Just a history lesson about a former dragon I took a bite out of?
Well, since you took a bite off the eye, what happened to the eyes, actually?
What does one do when they bite? They gulp. They chew. They swallow.
Trip
It
thinks...
wasn't that bad!
Okay. Trip is thinking again. So... He does a grim expression. Then she looks a bit sickened. Looks like she's about to throw up. Then she gets an idea.
Oh.
So... You ate the eyes, which means... Puzzling together. Wait.
Oh.
That means that you consumed part of Archgem's form, right?
Go with this.
And then Chip thinks really hard, really hard, really hard, really hard, really hard. It's just like, well,
Don't strain your brain.
well, then she starts thinking, well, there is a story where the part of a goddess's soul was put into a princess. See what reference I'm doing there?
Just took a while to get that, yes.
What reference did he make?
The Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, go for fucking Zelda reference.
But different. Just Zelda reference.
What?
Because that's the whole joke about that she has these stories. And well, if that means that you have part of Archgem maybe in you in some way, which means you could somehow detect her, what happened to her, trying to make sense of it.
I understand where you're coming from, but look, all I did was take her eyesight. I don't gain any magic properties from it. All I did was just take her sight away. I didn't do much with it.
Well, she just...
But, I mean, I can understand where you sort of come. Are you wanting to know if this Archgem is alive somehow?
Well, we did find out that the temple where she went in the mountains was attacked by the Black Pen because of everything we can put together.
I think I see where you're getting at. I think.
That is what I'm just thinking, but it could have... I mean, it's clear that the sword was used by the Black Pen because they had it and we took it, and Magnus is being in trouble because of it, and you can see her rambling off for a little while trying to piece all the pieces together, and we're not going to do that because that will just take a minute.
Okay. So from short, I think I understand where you're sort of coming from. I think.
Yeah, she's piecing everything together that she's learned so far today.
Okay, you know what? Roll an intelligence check for me. Let's see if you're able to piece it together.
Roll for mind palette.
I'm gonna check real quick.
Roll to not be mind fucked.
Intellect, right?
By the way, Aeon, with that little piece of paper that you had E written on, I couldn't agree with you more there, sport.
Here we go.
Oh, come on. It wasn't that bad.
20!
20.
90
okay.
plus 1. 90 plus 1. So not natural 20,
Okay,
but 20.
Not a natural. Okay. So 20 so a dirty 20. You're
Yeah.
20 no. Okay. You're able, I will say, you know what? I will be fair enough. I will give you the piece that you are wanting to put together. You're able to determine that after that this connection here, you believe that due to the malice of Volcanus taking away the eyesight, that it infected Archgem with the sort of negative energy that was said to exist for Diablos.
Mm-hmm.
In the process of this, Diablos' curse is basically what affected Archgem. As to what Archgem was like going into the mountains, you're unable to determine, but obviously you're able to remember that the Black Pen was involved in an attack towards the mountains, so the only thing you're able to undetermine is to whether they knew about it or whether it was something else entirely. Actually, you know what? Because you got the 20, I'll at least say this. You're having an assumption that the Black Pen was aware of this attack.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. A bit more than I thought it would. A little bit more detailed than I thought, but yeah.
You got a 20. I had to be nice somehow.
So she realized what she just figured out towards Volcanus. And, so what do you think?
It's not a bad idea. I mean, the only thing you'd have to do is go check the mountains themselves in order to see whether she's still there. I couldn't tell you exactly, but, you know, I can't sense her presence. If I was able to sense the other dragon's presence, I would be able to tell where all the other shards were hiding.
She nods. Of course. That makes sense. Okay. Thank you, Volcanus. And then she says, "Thank you, Volcanus. I think I know enough what we should do next."
I suggest you figure out the plan that is needed because it's not known to how much time would be left. By the way, at that point, one of the nearby trucks going by, carts going by, actually goes, "What the hell are you talking to over there?" And they seem to be looking in your direction.
Oh, Tip looks over and says, like,
The
"Oh."
deal with airline food.
Tip just looks over and says, just says, magic tricks.
Oh, at that point, the cart stops and goes, "Oh, are you performing at the festival?"
Well, I am not sure yet if the tricks are good enough, so I'm just thinking it over. I'm just nervous, sorry. You can see her actually very nervous because she is nervous.
Deception check.
Oh.
I am dying right now.
Deception check, motherfucker.
Okay.
I will say this much. I am dying right now.
Here we go. Roll. Oh, that's a natural 1 + 1.
Nat 1. Okay. At that point, they go, "We see what you summoned over there. Why on earth would you have to be embarrassed about a trick like that? God, you should perform, pal. I mean, someone like you should be incredible at this."
Chip looks
And at this point, the guards who were close by looking and goes, "That is a pretty good trick. Quick, call up Argano. It looks like we got another one who could perform at the festivities tomorrow."
Chip blinks nervously and then looks at Volcanus in a way saying, like, "Act along, please."
Oh, Hey, you were busy wanting to piece this together. You could have paid your eyes out for what was going on.
She didn't.
And what have we learned? The name of the show is a reference to something. All right.
I can't wish that Heidi was still here.
Well, I'm sure everyone else will love this bit. All right. At this point, Volcanus just looks at you and goes, "Ow."
She leans in and whispers, "Pretend to fly around a little and blow a little fire."
All right. At this point, he sort of hovers, and you actually see that based on his size, he doesn't have the greatest wings, and he's sort of just like,
like a little pigeon or something.
yeah, almost like a pigeon-like, but not quite. It's just sort of fluttering around, and he just goes. And you see, "Oh, brilliant trick! Brilliant trick! Is that a familiar?"
Chip says, "Well, he's very special. Not really a familiar, but he's really special."
At that point, Volcanus just lands down and goes, "Of course I'm special. I'm your familiar, pal. I'm your special. I am Crimson."
Chip just blinks for a moment. It's like, "Yeah, he's Crimson. Just look at him. He is spectacular."
Breathes a few more fire, and you see the people just all like, "Hey, well, if that's what you've got for a warm-up act, I'd love to see what you got for the rest of the show. I look forward to seeing you perform, pal." And the cars just continue onwards.
Chip just gives a thumbs up to Volcanus. It's like, "Good job."
Now,
Sheer curiosity. Why did you pick a wide open, well-traveled field when you would, for example, a secure in-room?
Because she wasn't sure that what Volcanus would take. If he would go big, she could, still control the situation. If it was an in-room, we're paying for a freaking inn.
and it's then you remember that you had that Volcanus can take any shape as per requested.
Yeah, but she wasn't sure about that, so she's like, "Better safe than sorry."
I love this embarrassing moments because I think I pretty much got almost all of you except Heidi and except almost Topaz and Ursula in this scenario. I got Aeon had a sweet moment, but the other part of this is the rest of you have all had an embarrassing moment this session.
Trip had 2 with the sneezing.
Yeah.
All except for me. The only thing that I had were the 2 looks.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh, Magnus, do me a favor.
Yes.
Could you do a perception check for me, please?
Give me a second. Sorry.
I just want to have some fun here. Perception check for me, Magnus.
Yay. Sorry, I was in my kitchen.
Oh,
Got
sorry.
something. Wireless headphones.
While
Oh,
he's while he's doing that, could you give me a memory refresher if you would, please?
Perception?
yeah. What refresher do you need, Lena?
What exactly are the colors of the dragons that are bound to Zelion,
7.
Magnus, and
Trip.
Trip?
All right.
Yeah.
Could the 3 specify their dragons, please?
Well,
Trip has the red dragon Vulcanus. As he said, he's called himself Crimson, so he's a red dragon. I believe he's an adult. fact?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Adult with a benefit. And Del, you have what was your color
Bronze.
again? It was bronze, right?
Mine is cobalt. So cobalt is I think he's a
Cobalt.
copper dragon.
Cobalt is, I believe cobalt is a type of blue.
no,
Yeah.
that's mine.
No, that's
I
not.
got that.
That's Azurine.
No.
Cobalt copper.
Copper.
No, I'm copper. No, I
No,
think
they're
I have
copper.
No, I have the
Yeah, all right, hold on. Refresher. Del has copper. Chopper has blue. Quatlol has red. There you go.
Yes.
Thank
All right.
you.
No problem.
7.
What's a 7? Okay. You failed to notice that one of the kids who saw you at the grassy field has come up and pulled your pants down.
Wait,
And as he runs off, he goes, "Beanie!"
aren't I drinking in that bar?
Yeah, that's why he followed you.
Oh, for God's sake.
You
What does
were
this
too
person
drunk.
say?
You were already too wasted to notice.
Yeah. That's why I had you roll it. The kid just walked up.
Also, I'm wearing armor. How the hell can he pull my pants down?
Oh,
They
he pulled
tried-
his-
Magic. Ooh.
And what did said kid say?
Meanie.
Meanie.
Oh, actually, you know what? You also failed to notice that there are 2 hooligans who are about to throw their cups at you.
Okay.
Oh my god.
But can I finish my scene for a moment? I'm gonna say one more thing to Vulcanus. You get a big steak tomorrow.
Someone call the fire department. There may be a building burning in a few minutes.
Oh dear. Okay.
Okay. Fine.
Okay.
I'm
now,
doing it.
now you can go fully to Chopper.
All right. Okay. So Chopper. 2 hooligans are throwing their cups at you. Do you choose to dodge or take the cups?
I have a question regarding the hooligans. Are they children?
No, they are full-grown adults.
They're bar goers. That's why they're called hooligans.
Yeah. Yeah.
Adults acting in a childish manner. I don't know who's being more embarrassed, Magnus or the people doing this.
We'll find out. Chopper?
Yes.
Sorry, I apologize if you said anything. Did you say you were doing anything with the guys throwing the cups at you?
Are you gonna
I'm
dodge?
gonna
Oh.
I think I will dodge actually.
All right. Then I want you to make. Okay. Then make a dexterity check for me to dodge out the way.
Want it be acrobatics or athletics?
Athletics.
7 then.
He's a nimble person.
17.
17. You're able to dodge them just out the way, and a few of them. And as you look over where they come from, you just hear this. Just this click of just like.
Or missed him.
Magnus is gonna get up and walk over to them.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Hey, it's like, you two have something you want to say.
Yeah. How come you're still here after being humiliated?
Because I wasn't maybe because I wasn't humiliated enough, or the fact that I'm entering the tournament.
You.
I roll to break the table in half.
Roll a strength check.
Same roll.
Yeah.
13.
13. Okay. You're able to not fully smash through it, but you're able to sort of smash a good chunk out of it, and it sort of breaks at the hand you are, and it then sort of and tilts forward towards you with the drinks on the floor, and you see them all like, that was my drink!
You mean like the ones you threw at the back of my head?
I'll club you by chance.
Now, are you going to apologize, or do I have to arm wrestle you into the wall?
If you're entering the tournament, we settle things here. And they sort of get up and walk by. And as they do, they walk by you and just simply go, cupcake.
Oh, jeez.
Magnus is going to reach to grab the guy who said that.
Okay, roll a
Oh,
dexterity check. Roll a dexterity. Actually, yeah, dexterity check.
Where's that?
Not 20?
No, 16 plus 4.
Regular 20.
Oh, okay.
Dirty 20.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna have to put on a certain music now, aren't I?
No, he's just basically. Let's just keep it up like this for a little bit. Like
Too late, he's playing it.
type of thing.
I'm playing the battle music, drunk as you like. That's what it's called.
No.
All right, you grab hold of him, and he goes, "Look, I'm trying to leave here. Look, if you want to have a beatdown,
Apologize.
for what? All I did was just get rid of my waste in the nearest trash."
That's not a bad idea, actually.
What?
Oh.
Magnus, I'm going to roll to pick him up.
Okay. I have
It has to be
just
strength, so it's 7.
strength.
I have a question myself.
Yes.
The person that Magnus grabbed and demanded an apology from,
Yes.
what race is he by chance?
A good question.
I'm
You
thinking
know what?
human.
Hold on one sec. I'll roll for it. Okay. You find that he is a let's have a look. I'm looking through my details here. You know what? You find that he is an elven character.
You know what's weird? You elves don't get drunk very much. What are
You're
you
right.
doing now?
Could be a half elf.
Still, they don't even like to drink.
You never know.
You don't know what the
All
other
right.
half that is.
Okay, yeah, all right.
So I'm
So
still
if you
rolling
ha-
to pick his ass up.
okay, we're gonna do a grapple check. So you have to beat my number. I have no stats for him, so I'll give him just +3.
Alright. Want me to hit enter?
I've got my roll here. In fact, to prove it, I've got my number covered up. No changes. You can see my hand.
Alright. Want me to hit enter now?
Yes.
Yeah, roll.
8. Fuck!
Natural
You
1!
got an 8?
Natural 1!
Oh, not one. Oh, good, because I got an 18.
Fuck, okay.
And so that is a 21. So at that point, as you go to lift him up, he swerves out of the way and grabs hold of you, and he actually begins to lift you up in extent.
What the hell are you?
What am I? Your nightmare. And he's going to attempt to throw you. Another grapple check.
That's
Alright, do I have
That's
so,
1.
3,
Yeah.
2.
You know what? Because you're held, just your disadvantage.
Alright. 8.
That's another nat
Identical
1.
fucking
He
roll.
already has a nat 1. He already has a nat 1.
And a 21 was the second one.
But he has
All right.
21.
What's the number you've got in total?
8. I rolled
8 with a
identical
nat
to the
one.
last one.
Oh, that's good, because I rolled a 7 + 3, so that's 10.
God damn it!
Yeah, so at that point, he grabs you, and as he's trying to hold on to you, you go to the grab, but in the end, as you do so, he's like, no, grabs your throat, and throws you straight across the bar. and you land on your back right over. And as that happens, a keg begins to wobble and slams right onto your face. You take.
Ooh, ow.
You know what? You take 14 points of bludgeoning damage as a large keg of ale flies right into your open face.
Jesus.
And at that point, the figure looks over and goes, maybe Cupcake was too much of a nice thing. And the two of them walk out the bar.
That was clearly a half elf, half giant.
Seriously, what the? He's Elven, right? How the fuck was he that? He's
I
not
said-
Elven, is he?
I said he was elven in features. I never said he was full elven.
Could have been a half orc too, or half giant, or a half dwarf, or
Maybe. At that point, the bar owner just looks at you and goes, "Are you gonna pay for that, pal?"
Yeah. He says, wiping off the stuff off his face.
That's gonna be 15 gold for that.
All right. I place it on the table.
Now, if you don't mind.
out.
He just points to the door.
Hey, I paid for it, and besides, he started it.
Do you go out?
No, I don't go out. That was me responding to the bartender.
Oh, okay. So, despite that, you're gonna stick around.
It's one of the nicer establishments in the town. Why wouldn't I?
As long as you don't cause any more shit, you
To
can
be
have
fair-
another
Again,
drink.
he started it.
Oh, I know he did, and I also know about you, pal. It's not like you haven't gone down without a. It's not like you haven't gone down like a slither in the wind, pal. Everyone knows about you. Your name's gone past by thanks to Deezen.
What is he? Wait a minute, the guy who threatened to kill me.
The guy who was threatening to give back our peace.
AKA the guy who threatened to kill. Oh my god, what do you know? Alright, I'm gonna pull this card. What do you know about the Titanus Ron?
What about Titanus Ron?
I pull out that same note. You recognize that symbol?
No.
I'm under orders from him to. So, yeah.
And who the heck is he?
Leader of Hope Key.
The leader of Hope Key. Well, I'm so sorry, Your Majesty. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Ernest, and I'm the leader of Velvet. And at that point, he just pours you another drink, places it on the table, and goes, "Last drink, then leave."
I'm honestly shocked he hasn't noticed the fucking symbol in my chest yet.
He has. He just doesn't know what it is.
Yeah.
Question. That was a good question.
Yeah. Oh, about the symbol on his chest?
No, where's Zelion right now?
Oh, good question. Zelion, where are you?
That's what I would like to know.
Sorry, okay. Well, what would you say you were doing after the library?
I guess I would just say that I was just kind of exploring the town, I guess.
Okay. Then at that moment, you actually do hear from close by the sound of two figures walking by, and they go, that Cupcake has no chance. Yeah, I bet that guy with the arm wrestling, I'm not sure what his arm's gonna snap like. Either a twig or a kobold's back.
Okay, what was that about?
I think I figured out a way to cheat.
I'm so glad you're enjoying this happy moment.
No, I think I legitimately figured out how to cheat in the arm wrestling.
Oh no.
Oh,
I tried to play fair. Okay, so yeah, Zelion, you hear this noise. You hear these folks and things. What do you do?
okay, I'm just gonna be like, excuse me?
Huh?
I'm sorry, I'm sorry to bother you, but
Look, pal, no offense, but if you're gonna perform a song, at least save it for the festivities.
I was, I actually was kind of planning to anyway, but that's not what I was gonna ask.
Alright, then what are you after, Purple Plum?
I,
I love this guy. I'm sorry, I'm having fun with him.
I think that
well,
was funnier than Topaz's nickname for Zillion, which was Mr. Fancy Pants.
I'll come up with your plan later.
I'm sorry. Okay. I just.
What did that say?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Sorry, we'll get to that in a minute, Aeon. We'll throw that back again. Yeah. So you
alright.
want to know about what we're talking about?
I mean, you don't have to tell me if it's none of my business.
Well, I suppose it does help. You could write a song about that little cupcake in the bar.
Cupcake?
Yeah.
Still rising.
Apparently, he calls himself Magnus. He's the big villain of the Vorpal Blade, apparently. So all this bullshit around. You know, if you're looking for lyrics to start off for a song about him, I've got a great one for you. Here, have a listen to this one. There once was a half-orc who thought he was great, but he just made one simple mistake. He thought he was cool, but he couldn't escape the land to become a simple cupcake. He's weak, he's fucking weak. And they start dancing away and talking off.
Alright, if he encounters him again, he's getting stabbed in the kidney.
Oh, lovely.
Also, his tongue may or may not be
Is
cut
he?
out.
Oh,
Is he
jeez.
still there?
Okay, excuse me a minute.
I see. Where did you last see him?
As they're walking off, sort of holding hands and singing, they're just pointing at the bar.
By any chance, are they still singing that song over and over again?
They're just constantly, as they're walking off, they're just going, he's weak, he's fucking weak, he's so cool and not so meek. That's what he would like to think. The cupcake who is sure a stink.
I just roll my eyes as they walk out of earshot, and I just head towards the bar to see what's going on.
You're doing your hardest to keep a straight face, ain't you?
I broke, I'm sorry. I had my lyrics planned out and I broke.
They're drunk, so it's fine. They can break.
Oh, come on, Chopper. Am I not allowed some fun? Look, come on, Chopper. You know it's all D&D.
All right.
He's doing the anime villain, putting his glass to his nose, to his face.
Glasses approach.
All right. Where's the?
All right, so you make your way to the bar, and there and I'm guessing if you go, are you going straight in?
Yeah, I'm gonna go straight in.
All right, you go in, and there you see Magnus with the drink there, and the barkeeper just looks at you and goes, "A little early for the dress up, isn't it? In the show tomorrow?"
Oh, I always travel in this gear.
So fair do. Anyway, what can I get you?
Do you have anything light?
We got grape juice, and we got light ale.
I guess I'll take grape juice.
1 silver.
All right, I place the silver on the table.
Let go. Oh. There you go.
Well, what did he put in? A shot?
Lemon slice.
A lemon slice? Oh.
He just walks off. I'm having my fun. I'm sorry.
And I'm like, oh, okay. I take the lemon slice off and just put it on the counter. Just take a sip of the grape juice.
By the way, at that point, Magnus is actually right by the side of you.
I'm like, so, want to talk about what happened? I glance over at it, Magnus.
Plan may have backfired. He looked up. I point out. I gesture over to the table.
Yeah, so at that point the barkeeper just sort of is going back around. He's trying to sort out the broken table, and you can see the mess that was caused.
Also, it may have been thrown over against that wall.
I heard.
How in the hell is an elf that strong?
And he was an elf.
The guy who threw me against the wall? Elf-like, yeah.
Huh? I didn't get a good look at him. I'll be honest.
No offense, but I thought you guys were a lot weaker than you are.
I'm not gonna argue that, but then again, I haven't really talked to a whole lot of elves. Raised in an orc village, remember?
Yeah. We're both half-breeds, so don't worry.
Tap Talion on the shoulder, and there you see, familiar to you, Magnus? The little kid who pulled your pants down.
No, not you again.
I look over. Look.
Do you know this man?
Does it matter?
Yes.
Look. I just said my.
He just sort of goes and just spits on your shoe and runs off.
I just wipe it off with my other shoe.
I'll go bartender.
Just kind of like.
Sorry.
This is gonna be a rough few days. I can tell.
No kidding. I look at the bartender. He's like, you know that kid?
As a matter of fact, yeah. He actually causes shit in here to when he sees fit. He just seems to know you and love to have his fun. We don't know who the heck he belongs to, though, but he's a fucking brat.
Agreed.
Tell you, in fact, you know what? As the fact we're victims to that brat, I'll tell you something. That kid has come in here and done some fucking mesness. Yeah, like one time, look over there.
And he points over at a sort of smart-ish looking female, sort of human-esque, sort of the equivalent that's looking like as if she's sort of like a sort of a dancer of some kind.
You see that lady over there with the skimpy outfits?
Yeah.
Very much so.
He went right up. Yeah, this brat went right up to her, grabbed one of those ribbon twirlers, tied it around her fucking legs, and she fell forward and landed on the table.
Oof.
I have half a mind to set him straight. By set him straight, I mean dangle him off the nearest high building.
Yay, Magnus.
Half a mind. I'm not gonna do it.
Thank you.
In fact,
Look into it and you'll see my reaction to their song that they were all singing earlier.
Oh no, the deader approach. All right, we'll get to that in a second. All right. So at this point, he sort of goes,
look, with all due respect, I'm afraid. I know you're shit, but I feel you for that brat, so, you know what?
and he slides you one of the gold back from the 15 and goes,
Yeah, don't say I don't do nice. Just,
sorry?
You're probably overcharged me for that keg anyway, so...
Actually, no, I wasn't.
Seriously? What was in that?
It's our secret brand.
Does it have coal in it by any chance?
It does not.
Ugh.
It's supposedly chilled from a secret source in a nearby place, but it's my own secrecy. Anyway,
and at that point he just grabs this large, and at this point he just goes, hang on, oh,
all right, hang on.
What was that? Sorry, Brownie, I didn't catch that.
It's all right. It just says that he got it from a secret source that he can only supply himself and things. And he goes,
well, hang on.
At that point, he just looks outside at the sun and goes,
hang on.
He's actually going to do that.
Last orders! Boom!
And rings a giant gong, which echoes through the whole of the bar.
What?
And at that point, everyone covers their ears at the loud noise and goes,
That'll wake you up if you're fast asleep on the fucking tables. Get your last drinks and leave in 5.
Oh,
What time is it in game now?
At this point, I will say it's getting close to about 5:30. So it's getting close to like everyone's leaving early to get ready
It's
for
still
the.
happy hour.
Yeah, but they're going for a festival, so they're closing all early to prepare for the festival.
True.
I just guzzled down the rest of the juice.
Yeah, I'm chugging the rest of the beer.
So, walk and talk, Magnus?
Trip.
Yeah, might as well.
Since
Yes,
Trip was able to deceive and promise a steak for tomorrow, which is probably going to be hard to do, but it's going to be fun. But she should also be on her way back. Does she happen to bump into someone on the way?
Are you referring to this happy crew, or are you referring to somebody else?
Anything? I'm just trying to set it up in advance.
Yeah, I'll say in the process of things, you're able to just about bump into a Zelion and Magnus just coming out of the bar at the same time.
Alrighty. Okay.
Hey, Trip, what's up?
Oh, I forgot. I didn't dismiss Volcanus.
He's still there.
He's following me.
Still there.
So
Yeah, Volcanus is just looking up at you and goes, "You know this place ain't bad." Oh, hello.
okay.
But
Yes, Crimson is out. He pretty much uses instantly the name of not Volcanus to just make sure that Volcanus not mentioned in the city where Archgem is considered holy.
I'm not
It's
gonna. You know what? I'm gonna ask.
And he goes, hey, look what I gotta do.
Okay. Just please be careful. Please be careful, Trip.
Go ahead, Del. My bad.
apparently I'm part of the festival now.
You know what? I'm not even gonna ask. I'm gonna ask this.
Again, with what Chris did, look at the pictures in general.
Yeah, I can see the dead.
We see the dead. We've already shown the dead on
Actually,
stream.
I am actually it is laughing, and then it's actually what that would mean is dying from laughter.
Okay.
No worries. You don't have to worry about that.
Okay,
All right.
Okay.
So at this scenario, by the way, at this point, Liam has walked behind you, Magnus, and gone, ha!
Liam.
Okay.
Where's he old?
Okay.
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Okay. Trip, just keep it on the down low. I need to talk to Magnus real quick.
Okay. I'll just head in with Crimson and see where I can find meat for him tomorrow.
All right.
The two head in.
Yeah, Crimson just sort of waves and just follows afterwards.
Okay. As long as no one's freaking out, I suppose it's okay. Okay.
Nope.
Please don't. Okay. Hey, I look over look over at Magnus. All right.
Sorry.
Right. So, okay. And anyway, you're serious about taking part in this tournament thing?
Oh yeah.
Oh. Oh, all right. Then at least allow me to help you out a bit.
All right.
I kind of reached onto my belt and grabbed the sheath with the vicious dagger in it.
Oh, I recognize that thing.
Okay. And I hold it out. I hold it out. I'm gonna let you borrow the. You can use daggers, right?
I think so.
All right. If you know how to use a dagger, then I'm gonna let. If you know how to use a dagger, then I'm gonna let you borrow this, at least until At least until you finish your tournament thing.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So,
All right.
so I like it. Look. I know people are giving you a hard time about it, but just be careful.
Oh well.
All right. That's all I've got. That's all I've got to say. See, good luck.
Thank you.
And I just walk off.
All right.
So at this point, if there's anything else, what are you doing, Kotlol?
Being silly.
All right. So I'll say based on what time we are at this session, is there anybody who is wanting to do anything else at all before we wrap this up?
I was thinking of hopping out to get some food.
All right. No worries. So I think everyone is done, and I'll sort out what the others are wanting to take care of. But at this point, I will say that this session is now over. And I would like to say beforehand, thank you all of you. And I will say all of you have been awarded an inspiration die for giving a fantastic time. Wait, Mangus Humiliation Conquer Art.
Kitty.
Oh, is that what you wrote earlier?
Yes.
You.
Chopper, just beforehand, Chopper, I am so sorry, but you know it's good fun.
Leon, I got one thing to say. You're one devious bastard, my friend.
All right. But with that said, I'd like to point out that the next session will be in 2 weeks from now. But I also in the words of King Julian, I have an announcement to make.
Okay. What is that?
I would like to announce that in 3 weeks' time, 3 weeks, not 2, not 4, not 5, not 1, 3. Hold on. 3. Trying to be funny. There will be another D&D campaign going on at the same time as Manu's adventure. We'd like to announce that we are planning to do Pokemon Tabletop United as a D&D campaign.
Oh boy.
Oh.
So to explain just briefly before we move on from this, what will happen is starting from 2 weeks from today, in 2 weeks' time, it will be a weekly structure for each campaign. So in short, 2 weeks from now, we'll have the Monu campaign, this one here. The week after that will be Pokemon. Then the week after that, we'll be back to Monu. The week after that will be Pokemon. Essentially, every single Monday will be the other one from the next one. So in short, in 3 weeks' time, Pokemon will start. In 2 weeks, we're back here with our players in the beginning of the Festive of the Fist.
So if I understand right, what you're telling me is there's going to be D&D Monday for an alternation between the two.
Yes. And I would also like to point out that 2 of our special players who are playing in this Pokemon campaign are in this call. Ain't that right? Aeon, Dell.
Hello.
And
Hello.
we'd also like to point out that Heidi will be joining us as a player as well, but we also have 3 others as well. Caitlin will be joining us as a playable character as well. No, sadly, Kotlo will not be in it. There'll be no Skull Bunny, I'm afraid.
No, I decided not to.
But, yeah, oh. Hello,
Everyone
Mew.
else is a Pokemon plushie then.
That's true. But we will also have joining us for their first ever proper D&D games. Mighty Chlorophyte and Theon will be joining us as playable NPCs. Playable PCs. This should be fun. All right. But with that said, we shall see exactly what happens on that adventure when the time comes. So until then, guys, if you were charged with joy with this stream, be sure and hit the follow. You know exactly what you got to do. Hope you've had a good time. We all had a good time. Did you all have a good time?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So with that said, hopefully in 2 weeks' time, we'll have everybody back and ready to go, but we'll wait and see. So fingers crossed. But until then, guys, it's goodbye from Brownie of the Joy Charge Gamers. It's goodbye from Ekartlal.
I'm actually over this side for you, but okay. Right, this is how the stream sees everything.
It's goodbye. It's goodbye from Aeon,
Roll out.
from Lena,
Sayonara, peoples.
from Chopper,
Later.
from Dell,
Boy, everybody.
and also from Heidi, who was with us for a while. So until then, guys, the big questions we have to ask ourselves are the following. What chaos has been ensued with the bringation of Magnus's escapade in the bar? Will Trip Shield be able to perform such a magic feat to get away with this scot-free? And most importantly of all, what 3 creatures has the mayor decided as the targets for the 3rd day?
Should we be afraid?
Maybe.
Well, you have to wait and see to find out. So until then, guys, this is Brownie of the Joy Charge Gamers signing off and saying you must have rolled low because it's time for us to go. Until then, guys, catch you all later. Goodbye.
Bye.
Boy.